What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? Hold on. Let me get taken down this banner. Yeah, I know we're not. Oh, there we go. I know we're not in the normal spot. I am currently in my truck. I am headed back to my house. I should be there in the next just few minutes. But I wanted to go ahead and get this watch party started up for you guys. I'll be in my setup right here in the next just few minutes. And oh boy, and then we will really get this thing rocking and a rolling. Hopefully you guys are excited. It's game 3. I hope to God Carolina can put this team away. We got Coastal waiting on us if we're able to get through today, which that's going to be another thing in and of itself. But let's just get through today. Let's just get through today, win this, and then we'll worry about Coastal. But what I'm going to quickly do, I'm going to put the graphic right back up again, and then I'm going to go ahead and try and add in the Varsity Network. I'm trying to do all this on my phone, and sorry about that. It's a little bit different than I am used to say the least here. So I'll see you guys right here in just a few minutes, and let's go. Well, it would seem that on my phone, it does not like me to present an extra tab, which would be that. So I've got the score right here on my watch. We'll see if anything happens. This thing should update me. But since I am almost back to the house, I'm thinking maybe we just talk a little bit about the game coming into it. Game 3, Carolina loves game 3s. It would seem, as we have saw last week against Oklahoma, and now again against Arizona. So today, I do believe Smith Bailey should be starting on the mound for Arizona, and statistically, we looked at him. He isn't the greatest, to say the least. Statistically, that is. But you only have to be good for one game. Ryan Lynch should get the start today for North Carolina. You know, he's always that Sunday starter, and he's a reliable guy. Everybody should be available for North Carolina per Scott Forbes, and that's a good thing because, I mean, outside of potentially Jake Knapp and Jason DeCaro, of course, but you want to have everybody available because, I mean, we saw it yesterday. Carolina had to go through a bunch of pitches yesterday, and that's not something typically that Carolina has to do. So Carolina now being in a position, game 3, win or go home. You win, get to Omaha. Arizona's going to come out with everything that they've got. And if their bats are still hot, Carolina's going to be in trouble. We have to see. Now, yesterday, the bottom of the lineup for North Carolina played really well. You know, they were consistently, Sam Angelo, 2 home runs, I think it was. Tyson Bass had that homer that put us up late in I think it was top of the 7th inning. The bottom of the lineup did good. Now, Gavin Gallagher, you knew it was coming. Eventually, had to come back down to earth. He was batting. I think me and Alan talked about it last. He was batting 700 at one point in time. I mean, obviously, that is not sustainable. So yesterday he came back down to earth. But does he find a little medium today? That would be nice. What hurt Carolina a lot yesterday is I hit the ball right to people a lot of times. Unfortunately, that's just going to happen. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But Carolina hopefully can get some good base hits today, and that's all they need to get is just some base hits and keep moving that lineup down. You're going to get walks from guys like King Kepley and Hunter Stokely. You're going to get that from time from those guys. Alex Madera seems to be a guy. I always say he's good for one, and as long as he's good for one, we're good. But we'll see. I'm excited for this game. I'm highly nervous because Arizona is a team that can get hot at times. We've saw that if you go back through even their last regional that they just played, they can score in bunches at times. So Carolina has to be extremely careful and just get through the day. What's up, Mac? What's going on, brother? I am almost home. I am getting ready to pull into my driveway, and then we will be in our set as normal. I'm coming back from church and I left a little bit early to make sure that I could get back. I left as early as I could to get back. I'm part of the media team, so I have to, make sure all that's good. But thankfully, we had enough help up there today. So I'll be back, and I'll be back home right here in just a few minutes. And then I've actually got everything set up I tried to go ahead and put in the Varsity Network through my phone. It does not like me doing that, and it doesn't even give me that option to do it. So I was just going to let you guys listen to that while we were doing the thing. But Carolina is the home team today, so that means they get the bottom of the innings, which is good. That's what we want. Arizona's up first. We'll see what happens with them. I wish I could pull this thing up on like my truck, but I haven't done that. I think there is a way to do that, but we haven't done that yet. But I'm excited, looking forward to this game. Do I think North Carolina should win today? Absolutely. I do believe that they should win today. Will they? I thought they were going to win yesterday. I honestly thought this was a 2-0 deal and we were out of here. And quite frankly, in my opinion, it should have been. The way we played yesterday. What's up, Ron? What's up, dude? Good to see you back out here with us today. But yeah, it definitely should have been in my opinion, it should have been a 2-0 deal. Arizona fans, if you see that and you hear that, I'm not going to apologize. It's just what I think. And if Carolina doesn't play as bad as they did yesterday, then, there you go. Because Carolina gave them, let's say this, Carolina absolutely messed up and gave them 2 runs. Right there's a tie ball game. And then, yes, sir, wouldn't miss it. I'm glad to see that. I'm sorry to see that, Ron. Okay, here we go. So I am pulling up in the house. I am going to knock out my stuff right now. Let's get time because it's time for Carolina baseball. See you guys in just a second.
Boom. How's that? How is that? Much better, right? Much more good. All right, let's get our game up and going because we need that right now. Here we go. YouTube TV. And we're gonna do the same thing that we did yesterday. Literally the same exact thing that we did. I didn't have no issues. Obviously, I can't monetize it, but I'm not worried about that too much, quite frankly, right now. So let's get this thing going. I'm already signed in. What are we doing here? Sign in. There it goes. All right, now we're good. All right, pulling it up now. And here we go. We got a regional, baby. Let me. Ball one. Present. Share screen.
There's a strike, and it's 1-1.
There we go. There we go, boys. Now we got a watch party going on.
Offense,
that's what I'm talking about.
.454 on base percentage, leading the team, and also reaching in 23 leadoff at bats coming into this postseason.
Hit to left, little breeze blowing out towards the left field foul pole. That's where Breifogel puts it away. Kepley is retired, one down here in the Carolina first.
Hold on.
Great to see two young freshmen get not only the vote of confidence from their respective head coaches, but it feels like guys that have grown up already a bit this year. You talk to both these staffs, and yes, well, it's freshman next to their name, and it's certainly not what their expectation is.
Swing and a miss from Jackson Vandenberg for strike one. Well, how important is it, especially for Arizona, when you think about their two starters so far? Kramkowski went an inning in a third, and Garazar went an inning yesterday. They just have not been getting any length from their starter so far in the Super Regional. So there's a lot of pressure on Smith Bailey to try to go deep here.
And it's ironic you say that, and for people that are just seeing Smith Bailey for the first time, that pink glove that he wears as you get a look at Chip Hale taking it in. He wanted to kind of just be himself, and he knew that no one else would wear one, at least a pink glove. You'd think just, all right, who else is going to have this crazy idea to do it? So it just allows him mentally to be himself. That was a big, part of
no
his
problem,
mental
Ron.
makeup.
No problem.
He has proven it.
I'm glad you're able to hang out, man. I've heard Yellowstone's good, dude. Let me know how that thing is.
Goes a ball. Now, you mentioned big seeds, and it's sewn onto his mitt there. Where does that come from, big seeds?
Always had a pocket full of seeds, apparently, when he played Little League. He was 7 or 8 years old, and all of a sudden, as we usually do through puberty, we hit a growth spurt. And so he shot up to where he is, 6'4" now, and his teammates just said,
great. I've heard a lot of good things about it, dude. I've thought about watching it. I just don't watch much television.
He is graduated.
Don't watch much television. All right, be sure and share it out to everybody that we are live. And not only are we live,
he has been tough to retire for these,
but we actually have the game on.
In this Super Regional, 7 walks so far, but Bailey gets them 2 down.
You love the execution right here, and already kind of an early window into how Guzman wants to sequence this top of the order. Very aggressive, both sides of the plate,
share it out,
and they will need it, especially to this part of the Carolina order.
Strikeout number 73 on the season and 78 innings of work for Big Seeds. And here is Luke Stevenson. In there for strike one.
Let's roll. All right, now we get some people in here. What kind of truck do you drive? You don't mind me asking. I actually just got, at the very beginning of April, I got a 2021 Ford F-150 man. There's a video of this. This is my dream truck. I've always wanted this truck. And don't forget to like and subscribe. That's what I'm talking about, Ron. That is the Third Hill brother right there. Tar Heel Ron. But sure enough, I think I can post the link in there. On my main channel, there is a video of it.
Coming on, calling for it.
And
he puts it away to retire the side. So both freshmen go 1, 2, 3 on the mound in the first, heading to the second here in Chapel Hill.
Maybe this will work. I don't know.
Known for creating memories. No one wants to be known for cancer, but a treatment can be. Keytruda is known to treat cancer. FDA approved for 18 types of cancer, including certain early stage and advanced cancers. One of those cancers is a kind of bladder and urinary tract cancer
Does
called
that link
advanced
work? Hold on a second.
urothelial
Let me
cancer.
actually do it from
Keytruda
my.
may be used with the medicine
That's my old
enfortumab
personal
vedotin in
channel. Here we
adults
go.
when your bladder or urinary tract cancer has spread or cannot be removed by surgery.
Here we go. Here we go. I'll set the link
your
out.
immune system to attack healthy parts of your
I don't
body
think it
during
actually
or after treatment.
popped
This
up.
may be severe and lead to death.
No, it
See your
didn't.
doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, persistent or severe muscle pain or weakness.
I just
muscle
put a
cramps,
comment in
fever,
there
rash,
from
itching, or
my
flushing.
personal.
There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions.
There.
including
So
immune
that's
and
me.
nervous system
NL10
problems,
podcast.
such
That's
as
me.
Crohn's, ulcerative colitis,
Sure
lupus,
enough.
or myasthenia gravis, or Guillain-Barré syndrome, an organ, tissue, or
Matter of fact, we're going to remove that while that's going on right there. So yeah. Freaking awesome truck, dude. Perfect deal at the perfect time. Put it to you that way. And I was able to grab a hold of that thing. Okay, so are we out of the inning? Because honestly, I hadn't even paid attention. I've been sitting here trying to make sure we're all set up and we're good. Back to Omaha.
Got the horses for the
this
courses
Chanticleer.
here in Omaha, Arkansas. Boy, how about that atmosphere
Arkansas.
yesterday at Bob Walker? And yes, one of three
Sweet.
winner-take
That's
calls.
good.
We got one of them, Miami, Louisville.
Here we go. We got to get our ticker back up. Boom. Oh, actually, hold on a second. Top
State out
of
west.
Ready
second.
for the top half
There we
of the
go.
second
All right,
inning.
now we're caught back up. We're good.
Giannis Guzman set the
I
pace.
only
Ryan
drive
Lynch.
it
Lynch
forward.
threw 13
Honestly, that's the way I
pitches in the
typically
first
like
inning,
it.
9
So
for
I had a
strikes.
Nissan before then, but that was just because I got a vehicle, just because I got a vehicle getting into college.
To the right side, diving
Nice
forward.
catch.
Tosses to Lynch covering. Good play at first.
Oh, Belichick's back.
Someone who
Wearing the
likes
same
some
thing
good
he was wearing
defense.
yesterday. I hear you, Billy.
Mr. Belichick
Billy Bob.
couldn't get it up yesterday.
Bill is
Back
like, you know
for
what?
some
I want to
more
stay around
today.
for this game this time because I don't think he stayed the
Mr.
entire time.
Stokely could play out on
For the last
line
game.
of scrimmage.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna quickly
Just setting
change.
the edge right
Quickly
there.
change. Here I go.
It's a fabulous
What you
job.
think?
Great
What you-
job getting over two. And again, for the pitcher, most importantly, get there to the bag, allow your first baseman an easy toss. Big first out of the second.
Here's Maddox Mikalakis, junior third baseman, 283 on the season. 5 home runs, 35 runs batted in, 5 for 20 in the NCAA tournament with a couple of home runs.
Three massive RBI yesterday.
Yes.
Led the Wildcats and in two of the biggest situations for them late in that ballgame. His hits, part of the 2-out RBI onslaught that allowed the Wildcats to not only reclaim the lead, be able to extend it as well.
All 3 of his RBI, as you point out, came with 2 outs, and as we mentioned before, 7 of the 10 runs were scored with 2 outs. 6 RBI, and he also scored on a wild pitch. So Chip Hale's team did a great job of flushing what happened here Friday. He used that term over and over again. It's one we used during the game Friday when they were down 18-2 and ended up losing by that score. That's how to play.
What a difference a day made, right? You had Jake Knapp, who we even kind of highlighted, not his best stuff. You had 7-8 hits off the ACC Pitcher of the Year and just unable to come up with the big hits with runners in scoring position. But boy, did they capitalize on those spots in a big way yesterday.
Knapp, the win on Friday, pitched into the 8-7 innings, gave up those 9 hits, a couple of earned runs through 101 pitches. 2-2. 3-2 to Mikalakis.
That man does have his nails on today.
And that's baseball vernacular for he's wearing his cleats, which means he's ready to go if needed. All hands on deck is a phrase you'll hear time and again in these
Since our
game
good friend
threes.
Bill Belichick is here today,
That's a blooper to right.
we're gonna rock the Ty Lee Craft jersey. How about that? That work for you guys?
Actually, pregame.
Did I grab my AirPods? Grab it. I
Talked to
didn't.
Jake,
Hold on a
just
second.
thanked him
Right
because he
back. Right
joined us
back.
in game. He was
Right
actually a
back.
great kid to talk to. You know, he was down there and very, just a gentleman, just a great kid. And from Greensboro.
Let's go.
And as he's walking away, you hear the clip-clop, the familiar sound of ah. And somebody in the dugout said he usually wears tennis shoes if he's not intending to pitch or available to pitch. So he has, as you say, his nails on.
I would think too today, just knowing where both these respective pitching staffs are, it's just inning to inning for both these head coaches. They'll read and react, but good early returns.
Yes.
On Ryan Lynch so far.
Finally, I can hear everything good. All right. Now we're in watch party mode.
That's how to play. And it's 1-1 to Garen Caulfield, senior second baseman. 2 for 5 with a run scored yesterday.
Tylee Strong. That's right, baby. I still got the
262 on the season, 3 for 8 in the Super.
Always got that.
1-2 to Caulfield.
One of 6 Wildcats with a multi-hit effort yesterday. As you see Smith Bailey just staying loose, keeping the mind at ease. Ryan Lynch showing no real effect, just coming right after this Arizona lineup early.
Get him, right? Get him, Ryan.
This is heading down the line, hit well, and it is gone.
Wow.
On a 1-2 pitch with 2 outs, Arizona comes through with the game's first run.
How close.
Caulfield's 8th of the season, 1-0 Wildcats.
Call on me, youngster. How about that one? Behind in the count and got too much of the plate, just dropped the hands. I got the big part of the barrel. And 2 outs.
That's not good.
Magic.
That's not what Carolina needs.
The Wildcat offense, they get the first run of this ball game, 1-0.
Now, we saw them come, be fine after being up 1-0, but
consecutive
momentum like that sucks.
Arizona has a 1-0 lead in the SuperRegional. This time, Caulfield comes through with the home run, his 8th hit of the NCAA tournament. So add that to the 7 runs scored with 2 outs yesterday. There's a 2-out run here today in this game 3.
Yesterday, 7 for 15 with 2 outs. Those 6 big runs batted in today already. Caulfield solo homer. Arizona 21-9 after yesterday when they score first. A little different atmosphere today, knowing that both teams win or go home scenarios.
Fly ball to Kepley in center field, who calls for it, comes on a little bit and puts it away.
All right,
but the Wildcats
let's get out of that.
break through here in game 3.
Well, you want to get the lead early, and Arizona keeping their hot-hitting ways going. How about down the line? And a solo bomb for Caulfield. Arizona out early, 1-0.
That's not good. All right, let's get out here and let's score, man. Let's show them what North Carolina's all about.
So, what do you think about the Jeep Wrangler?
Got to, dude. Absolutely got to show them what's up. I don't think Carolina can afford to play dilly-dally with this team today. As you can already see, they're already excited. And the bat are hot. That bat's hot. So, I mean, they haven't been on base. That's good. Sucks that ball didn't go foul, but, still, that scored 1. So, everybody else is going to feed off that. So, what are we going to do? What are we going to do to answer back? What are we going to do to answer back? That is the question. I'm going to pull up here if I can find my mouse. There we go. We're going to go to ESPN and do the thing here. Okay. That's right. We got the Pacers and the Thunder tonight. Hot dog. Where is the college baseball? There it is. I want the scores, please. 2-2. Alrighty. Game 2 of Duke and Murray State is going on right now. Murray State's up 3-2 in the bottom of the first. That's right. Murray State will be the home team today. And also Miami and Louisville. That's game 3. Just like us.
And a 4-year fixture for this Arizona program.
Gavin Gallagher. Let's see what he's all about today, man. Let's see if he can. Yesterday was a bad day for him, but today can he break even?
You get about a 4-pitch mix from the young right-hander, fastball, slider, curve, and change. Be anywhere in those low to mid 90s as well.
Put it down here, get it loose. Yep.
Shot the right at the shortstop. Mason White grabs a liner off
That's
the bat.
not good.
Gallagher.
If we're going to be doing that today, this game's going to be done. We did it all yesterday.
Arizona's success yesterday was trying to keep the leadoff man off base, and already an opportunity to pitch longer than any Arizona starter here. Smith Bailey
cracked that ball good and sent it right. That's crazy, dude.
Super Regional. Kramkowski went an inning and a third, so he got 4 outs. Bailey's got 4 outs as he faces Stokely.
Nice check.
See more of the slider and the changeup to left-handers. Stokely, a big game 1.
Oh,
Monster
boy.
3-run homer
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
early in that ball game.
I did that.
Stokely's been a very good run producer in the NCAA tournament. 9 RBI total.
Yep.
Jensen mentioned the home run in game 1. There's a strike. It's 3-1.
I'll tell you, that's going to be something to watch here, and seeing where
the strike zone goes.
Especially the outside corners for both these young pitchers. As situations tighten, will they get those calls, and how will the pitch presentation be from their catchers?
Walk him. There's one walk.
With 1 down here in the second.
Who's after Stoke? Is it Madera?
I'll bring up Alex Madera, the shortstop.
Hey, Matt. That boy, hey, Matt.
8 for 24 in the NCAA tournament with 6 runs batted in. There has been excellent contact and production from the bottom.
Always
half
good for one. Hopefully it's not one straight to the blessed any one of Arizona's
postseason.
players, which happened so much yesterday. And we already noticing that.
Already you see a
Let's look at Smith Bailey real quick. I'm going to look at him stat-wise.
Both the inside and outside part of the plate. Something to monitor.
397 ERA. Walked 27 people this year, 72 strikeout. He's hit 4 people. 35 runs has been scored on him.
Also something emotionally, right? You know, young
an 80
kids,
hit.
it's the biggest outing of their collegiate careers, maybe even of their lives.
So, yeah.
And both head coaches, potentially a masterclass here in not only managing their respective pitching staffs, but also the right time to go out and just kind of slow things down for both of these youngsters.
Including starters.
He wanted that one.
The 11th pitcher used by Arizona. Obviously, they had to go to Tony Pluta early yesterday. He threw a career-high 52 pitches, 2 1/3 innings.
I'm hoping it's just going to be, it's the arms that's not going to be able to withstand for Arizona. I'm really hoping that's going to end up being the case. Because if Carolina can start scoring, there you go.
Ball 3.
Walking.
Smith Bailey almost trying to place that breaking ball instead of staying through the mechanics here. And now for North Carolina, you kind of sense a little bit of issue with the command. Need to exercise some patience.
Another check on Stokely. Carolina is an aggressive team when it comes to base stealing. 95 successful steals on the season. They are 14 of 15 in the NCAA tournament, led by Kepley.
Tyson Bass is up after him. Walking.
Back walks issued by the freshman, first and second with 1 down for North Carolina.
Let's go, baby. All right, Bass. All right, Tyson, you did it yesterday.
Had arguably the biggest blast for North Carolina yesterday. Strides to the plate and a flair for the dramatic. How about Mr. Tyson Bass?
Yes, sir. How about Tyson? He gave up a run yesterday. But my God, he gave us 3. So.
And at that point, Eric, we kind of thought, is that the definitive blast that potentially sends Carolina back to Omaha? Another chance to drive in some critical runs in this one.
Part of a 4-run, top of the 7th for North Carolina. They had the lead by 2, but then Arizona answered back in the bottom half of the 7th with 4 runs of their own. And now a conference on the mound as the pitching coach for Arizona, Kevin Vance, will go out and try to settle down his freshman starter.
Boy, oh boy, oh
Almost
boy.
thinking, I wish that he would have gone out before this AB started. Just to give not only the scouting report here, knowing what Bass did yesterday, but also just to give your young freshman an opportunity to collect his thoughts. And again, that heartbeat is racing for Smith Bailey, just knowing already with the lead a chance to try and get this double play.
Well, look how it's flipped here, Jensen. Remember, in the first inning, Smith Bailey threw 12 pitches, 8 for strikes. He's already thrown 12 pitches here in the second inning, just 3 for strikes.
And a great job by the Carolina offense, just kind of recognizing the command, leaving Smith Bailey for a little bit, not coming out of their approach whatsoever. And an opportunity to get the equalizer and potentially more.
Tyson Bass with 2 on. Jensen just told you about what he did with 2 on in the 7th yesterday.
There we go. Let's do. Please load the bases. Because who's up next? Sam Angelo? I'll take Sammy.
It was not a fruitful opportunity. Runners in scoring position yesterday. Can that change
Angelo and French.
Was in game 1.
Woo!
Carolina was 392 with runners in scoring position in game 1. And now the pressure gets ramped up, and the crowd will try to fuel it a bit against Smith Bailey.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby.
He throws a strike.
Did he? Looked a little inside.
And probably just focused on the fastball, adjust to the off speed here. One pitch, one spot to try and do damage.
Back-to-back strikes.
Smith Bailey digging deep. Love to see it from the youngster here. Come all the way back. Got to be your best pitch, most conviction.
Out of play. Bailey's last start was against Cal Poly, game 3 of the Eugene Regional. Went 6, gave up 4 hits, no runs on Sunday. Arizona fans holding their breath for the moment. Ground ball could be 2. The flip to second to 1. The turn to first. They get the ground ball. They get out of the inning with the 6-3 double play.
Wow.
That
What a
is
job
crazy,
by
man.
the freshman.
Once again, cannot catch a break.
Stays within himself, pours in 2 strikes, and then the pitcher's best friend, the tailor-made little 6, little 4, and 3. The twin killing. Arizona gets out of the threat.
This already ain't going good. This is already not going good. All right, let me score. Still 3-2. Duke and Murray State. No runs yet in the bottom of the 2nd of Miami Louisville. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Isn't today about to be good? I tell you. This ain't good for Carolina. Come on, Murray State. Yeah, no joke, man. It'd be awesome, dude. It would be awesome. I highly doubt Murray gets past Duke. I think Duke will probably end up closing them out today. But who knows? Who blessed knows? All I do know is that once again we crack it, but we crack it right to somebody. That hurts.
Doing it didn't work out game 1. It worked out game 2. They went Superman to Batman, and today the great unveiling. They go radio controlled truck, and the team went crazy today. That's the incentive for Arizona. Just trying to be kids again, and it has worked for them here during this postseason run.
And they are high above in those little stalls. getting a bird's eye view of the action here at Bosch.
So they present those toys pregame as a little incentive, and you can see how everybody just goes crazy.
Oh, two. So. Let's just friggin' hose them, man.
Presentation yesterday, Superman was presented yesterday too. Who else but Tony Pluta,
I mean,
who pitched like Superman. And
that is crazy to me to see that
the
home run that they get is just barely knocked out. And then we hit 2 balls straight to him.
Elite prime.
1 for an out, 1 for a double.
Today. Yeah, we talked to the man, Bruce Wayne, reincarnated as Tommy Splain as well after his big home run.
Splain with a swing and a miss. Strikeouts number 2 for
that
Lynch. One down
is good sign.
Yeah, now if you're North Carolina, hey, you take a little punch right there. Unable to cash in with the runners in scoring position, but you got to score 1 to win anyway. And so if you're Ryan Lynch, just come right back up, pick up your mates, get yourself a quick 1, 2, 3 inning, and get back to the bat rack.
There we go.
Easton Breifogel at the plate with 1 down. Sophomore left fielder, 247 on the season. 5 home runs, including 1 in the NCAA tournament. Down the count.
There we go.
2.
There we go.
We appreciate from Ryan Lynch here, just filling up the strike zone, just continuing to attack. Trying to be economical with the pitch count here, just knowing as you get deeper into this game, these pitches, these outs become so precious.
There we go. There we go.
Strikeouts here in the 3rd for Lynch, 2 down.
He's got 33 pitches for him so far.
Oh, you want a little nastiness? How about a little ridiculousness on the slider? This was, woo. Oh man, little corkscrew into the batter's box for Breifogel, and 2 quick outs for Ryan Lynch.
70 strikeouts now for Lynch on the season and 57 innings of work. Has had trouble with the bases on balls that time this season. 24 walks in those 54 innings of work. As a result, his whip is a 1.2.
Today, pretty on point with the heater for sure.
Yeah. Hopefully they stay that way. Be nice. There we go.
Got that great movement too at 94, 0-2.
Come on. Let's get out of this inning. We got this.
One of the themes was maintain playing, right? Be able to just allow yourself to let that fastball movement work to your advantage.
Little half swing. Stokely is there. He'll take it himself.
Dang, there we go. Let's get out of this.
Lynch on 10 pitches.
That's what we need. That's what we need. Now let's go score. Now let's go score. Let's go do what we need to do. Let's go score. Whew. We're cooking through it today, boys. Already in the bottom of the 3rd.
Oh,
come on, Carolina, baby. Come on.
Could you email me the part about Geico, making it easy to switch and save
What?
hundreds?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah. Wait a second. Wait, watching Geico. Sweet. Ooh. Update here. Still nothing scored in the Louisville Super Regional game 3 that they're got going on. Still 3-2. And Murray State is now coming up to bat, going into the bottom of the 2nd. And obviously we're 1-0. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm a little on the nervous side today, to say the least, because we're doing great pitching so far, which is awesome. We just need to keep them from getting any type of real momentum, but we got to start scoring, and that's what's hurting us right now. Is that it's unfortunate, man. We're just hitting it straight to people.
1-0, trying to get back to the World Series for the first time since
so
2021.
Sam Angelo should be up now. There should be Angelo, French, and Nkep.
Yesterday, and what that game was like for you and this program, facing elimination and to perform like your team did.
Yeah, I just think it showed the grit. I mean, this group is not going to be denied. They're going to give it everything they can, win or lose. And so we're just going to play a hard 9 innings and just concentrate pitch to pitch and do the best we can.
And Coach, and Smith Bailey, I know it says freshman next to his name, but my gosh, does this kid pitch well beyond his years? Perfect example, that last inning to get the inning double play. They call him Big Seeds. The boy's growing up right in front of your eyes.
No doubt, no doubt.
That one's hit well to right down the line, and
fudge, man. God.
90% of the time I'm on this headset, there's a home run by the other team.
You know what, though?
It's an amazing.
Holy cow. We cannot hit nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, we just flipped it right there.
There you go.
Like, they get a ball that's a home run and it's barely in. We get a home run that's barely out. We did one yesterday, too.
He put his spikes on for
Jesus
you.
Christ, man.
Kevin and John, they went with everybody, had them throw, see how it felt, and as we go on, they'll let me know.
That's
I'm
out.
sure Tony wants to pitch.
That's 0-2 count. Here we go.
His arm and his
We
career.
really need Angel to get on
if he
base.
has something in it, he'll probably be in there in the 9th.
Well, we wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
One final thing.
Sam's been doing good for us. He's been a guy that's
I want to give
produced
you
really
and
well
your
for us.
staff the credit for steering this team in the right direction. But
There we go. That's foul. He's going to be all over it, that's for
toys
sure.
that your TJ Adams is presented, there's got to be something quantifiable about that, right?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, every team, has their own identity. The Bananas are still part of it. That was more last year, and now the toys have become a big part.
Okay. It's Christmas morning.
Okay,
Every day.
Bananas too, huh?
Great.
Hey, it worked out for you on this interview.
There you go. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
This kid's not that good.
Close to a home run and ends up in a strikeout for Smith Bailey.
You just talk about the ability to adjust pitch to pitch, and showing not only that with pitch execution, and just being able to learn from it. You look at the down angle, and again, it's such a tall, lanky kid, and the release point, just releasing it so much closer to home, it kind of picks up that late life as it gets to the plate.
Strike one to
What?
Carter French.
All right.
Longest start for a starter.
1 1/3.
Owen Kremkowski went 1 1/3, and Raul Garzar went 1.
You sure you don't want to call that a strike, too?
Like I said, you get through the first 9 in the order, it's going to feel like you've done a complete game.
We talked about Tony Pluta yesterday and what he did. Ground ball foul. The back end of the bullpen with those 52 pitches. I think Casey Hintz is a guy who can get lost in the shuffle a little bit. Yes. But the season was on the line, and that second reliever used in the third pitcher of the day was outstanding for Arizona.
And ironically, we had Chip Hale there, and we wondered, did he wait a hitter too long?
Line drive to center, and they will drive.
Hey, and it bounced. Thank you, Jesus Christ. There we go.
For 8 now in the SuperRegional.
All right, so that gets Kep and Vanderbrink up.
Number 9 hitter is aboard with one
Jesus.
down.
And the man they call Doctor. A good doctor in today, even on a Sunday, and for a guy that has stabilized not only the bottom of the
that
lineup,
went
but also
straight
the
to the center
outfield
fielder.
for
I'm
Scott
getting ready to
Forbes
say
continues
J-Shot.
what has been a fabulous 3 to 4
Just a
weeks,
good
dropping
bounce.
right in front
Thank
of
you.
Walton. And now back to the top of the order for the Tar Heel offense.
Kane Kepley flied to left his first time. Kepley from Salisbury, North Carolina, played at Liberty the last 2 years.
Come on,
has
Kep.
been in the leadoff spot every game for the Tar Heels. Takes a strike.
We'll talk about his speed and how difficult it is to double up when he's at the plate. He extended an inning or two with his wheels yesterday.
Back up the middle.
Let's go.
Holding at second is French. Kepley.
There we go.
His 5th hit
That
of
brings
the
Luke up, too.
SuperRegional.
Let's go.
North Carolina 2 on with 1 down. Down a run in the 3rd.
Well, sensational job of just trying to stay up the middle. Smith Bailey has thrown his fastball. It's been great, but that's off speed right there. And King Kepley gets a pitch middle away. And just a little return to sender right back up the middle. And here we are again, back-to-back innings. Runner in scoring position, less than 2 outs for Carolina.
Vanderbrink struck out his first time.
We need a lead, dude. We need a lead so bad.
Take strike 1.
There's Vandy. Vandy's up. Vandy can give us a good base hit. We'll score one and tie this game back up. Then we can kind of just truck.
1-1. Been remarkable, his eye at the plate. And we highlight the 7 walks throughout the first 2 games. But man, it just feels, for you Matrix fans out there, he just feels like Neo with the strike zone. He's just seeing everything in slow motion. Nothing really phases him whatsoever.
That'll be out of play, and it's 1-2 to Vanderbrink, co-captain for this team.
Nice crack, though.
Second year from Yakima, Washington.
He gave it a crack, that's for sure.
Had a big postseason home run against LSU last year in the regional rounds. Good in the ACC tournament.
Come on. Come on.
Championship for North Carolina.
One. I just need a little base.
12 tournament champions here in the Chapel Hill Regional. This is a line
that.
to the left, and
Yep,
it
let's
is
go.
well, and it is goal.
Wow!
That's
a corner, Vandy. Yeah! That's it. That's it. That's it. Yes, sir.
Yesterday for a 3-pointer, and it's a breakneck ball that clears the left field fence with a vapor trail behind
Bang!
it. Another 3
Vandy!
changing home.
Vandy says hi. Hello again.
3-1 North Carolina down at the bottom of the 3rd.
That's it. That's it,
Number
man.
8 on the season for Vanderbrink.
Holy cow.
14th home run of the NCAA tournament for North Carolina and 7th in this Super. 346.
Luke Stevenson up. Hey,
shots.
it means we get Luke and we get what?
And it's 3-1.
Gallagher.
Stevenson
We get
fouls it off
Luke
for
and
strike
Gallagher.
1.
On the screws. My goodness, loud noises incoming into left field. And he knew it too.
Running hard until he was sure, because that thing was hit so hard you wondered if it was just going to kind of dip.
Yeah, at
down
first I
before
thought it
got
was
to the
going like,
fence,
I was like,
nope.
oh, that ball's gone. Then I thought it got a little low. Oh,
Stevenson into the shift. Caulfield out in right field.
well, that's
He's
cut.
playing.
Hey,
2 down.
all right. Gallagher.
Yet again, the veteran nature of this Carolina attack has come through with flying colors. It was a senior bass yesterday with a big blast. It's Vanderbrink today.
And see, the thing about it is the bottom of our lineup helped us yesterday, and it seems like they're going to be all right today, too. So far, if that's the case, and the top gets going, then Carolina's in a position where they can score consistently. Let's go. There he is. Oh, my God.
Shallow left field. Shortstop moves out. Mason White calls for
They
it.
got
He's
it.
got it. And that will retire the
Holy
side,
cow.
but not
All right,
before
that'll
North
get us out of the
Carolina
third.
gets
But
on
hey,
the board and takes the
let
lead.
Ryan Lynch come in
Come on down, reservations
and
for 3.
let
And
him do
Carolina
his thing.
faithful love and
Because
what
he's
they
been on
are
one so
seeing.
far.
We're through 3. A ticket
Now,
to Omaha on the line
one
at
thing
UNC
that
up.
Arizona was able to do yesterday that Carolina's got to be careful of is that for sure yesterday, when Carolina scored, they answered. Now, pressure's back on them to score 2 to tie the game up at least. But if we can keep them from not getting anything on the board, then I feel better. Because when we got the lead yesterday at the top of the 7th, they answered right back at the bottom of the 7th. So we got to get in there and get after that. But holy cow, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Holy cow, Vanderbrink. And Vanderbrink right there at that last foul ball, he looked over to at Forbes and I was like, I should have believed. I should have believed right there. I should have believed for sure right there. Holy cow. All right. Scores across the country. Let's double check that. Scores across the country. Here we go. 5-2 Murray State. Miami's up 2-0. If Miami comes back and beats Louisville, that would shock me because Louisville took them out to pasture in the first game. So, hey, there we go. And they had a 4-1 lead on Miami in that game too, which means no lead is ever safe in baseball. It's really that way anyway, or any day, but all right. Something I want to quickly do. Hold on a second. I'm gonna mute myself here.
the Tar Heels head coach, Scott Forbes. Scott, just back to the end of yesterday's game and maybe the message to the team. What do you tell the team when you're heading into an elimination game? It's something you're familiar with. Obviously, you just did it on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, I just told them this is what you want. This is why you came to University of North Carolina, August 19th, our first team meeting. If I'd have said, hey, we got a chance. Game 3 in a super regional at home, what would you say? And they all said we freaking want to play in it. So that's what I told them.
Yeah, and Scott, you go back to 2013, the last time you guys have had to get into the winner-take-all scenario in the super regional here at the Bosch. And boy, what a trump card you had left there with Ryan Lynch. I know I asked you pregame just kind of where you felt as a staff. What have you liked from your starter this far, and then who else is ready to go for you?
Yeah, we've got the whole stable ready. Obviously, a lot of guys threw early and told me how they felt. Everybody's available, honestly, but 2 really good freshmen out there right now, and that's just so good to see in college baseball.
Yeah, I saw Jake Knapp walking around in cleats. There's your game 1 starter. I guess you have a team
this ball, Stoke.
Yeah, he got it. It's everything over there.
Yeah, Jay's got cleats on today, man. I owe it to that dude to do what he wants to do, but we'll monitor it and go pitch to pitch. But how about this crowd? So thankful for that, too, here at our stadium.
They've been into it. Weather's cooperating, and we appreciate the hospitality during these 3 games from you, your staff, and everybody here at Carolina.
Yeah, so thankful and blessed just to be a part of it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Scott Forbes trying to get his team back to Omaha for a 2nd consecutive year. Walton retired, and here is Mason Whites.
Well, big shutdown inning now. Ryan Lynch, here you go. Multi-run lead. First priority, get that leadoff man retired.
White slams
Hey, Tegan. Tegan. No. No, Tegan. No. We don't want this. I don't want this. Because if they were to, hey, Billy Belichick signing some baseballs.
Does he write down all the Super Bowl
No,
championship years?
if they were to get there.
He would not be writing down a play call.
No, he'd give
I would be stressed out. I don't care. Alan told me the other day, he was like, oh, well, Carolina's always relatively took care of Duke in baseball. I'm like, I don't care, dude.
Usually goes sleeveless.
All it needs is one time. That's it. Just one.
You know what, he probably
and it's over with.
on to TCU.
Ron, hopefully we'll get Alan in pretty soon. I think he's there. I know I saw him in the chat. He might get busy. We'll see what he does. I sent him an invite, so hopefully he'll be back with us pretty soon.
And his new employer in North Carolina, playing here in the Super Regional.
No, dude. Yeah. No. We do not want them here.
The indoor-outdoor spot
for football, right behind us. Yeah, home plate.
Very cozy down here. We saw some social media saying the Bosch, the Augusta National of college baseball.
1-2 to count to Guzman, who was robbed of a hit by Stokely his first time. Not back-to-back and belly-to-belly on top of
all those guys can beat Duke in elimination game. Hey, I love that too, but I didn't want North Carolina Duke to face that year in the if we get to play Coastal, that'll be a great show. I hope so, dude. Coastal's a good ball club, man. They are extremely good. I can't either, dude. To see Belichick on the sideline in North Carolina gear signing baseballs at the Bosch is absolutely stupid, but I love it. I love it. I love it that that's up.
Super regional, not only at the plate, behind the dish as well. What a great player. Junior that has really been such a leader for this club.
Get out of this thing, dude. Let's get out of this thing. Come on.
7 in the Super Regional.
I'm going to correct the lead beat Coastal. Just to get 11 minutes. Yes, yes, we sure did. Actually, I think it was it in 11 or 10? 10 or 11. I know it went back. Come on, 3-2. Money ball. Nobody on base. Let's just knock him out, Ryan. Knock him out. Do it. Oh.
This is the
well.
2-out walk to Guzman.
He's trying to catch him. See if he was swinging. He didn't swing. Swing didn't fall.
Nothing really happening in 2 outs. Chip Hale talked a little bit about that yesterday after the game. It's like sometimes with pitchers and teams, and he said not just college baseball, but Major League Baseball, you get 2 outs, things are flowing, and then all of a sudden it just takes a little thing, and then you start to press a little bit. So let's see how Lynch handles it after giving up a walk for right now, a little thing. But it extends the inning.
Come on, grab this ball, get it out. Yeet, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Arizona here in the top half of the fourth inning. 3-1 North Carolina here at Chapel Hill.
I hope you guys are ready, because when it's time for that man to take the field, Bill Belichick I'm referring to here, when it's time for him to take the field, when we do that first live watch party, I hope you guys are excited. I can't wait to talk more about it when we get close to it, but we will be doing a huge thing for it. I'm talking, I'm getting a big thing for it. I'm doing it. Whew. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so much fun. So I'm trying to do a better job of like the social media things, like trying to take clips if we're live, trying to take clips and throw them up there. I've been excited since his signing. Oh yeah, dude. Ever since I started seeing who's coming through North Carolina, oh my God, I have been going nuts. Absolutely nuts for it. So I hope you guys are excited just as much as I am. We're gonna be doing a live watch party for that first game. Gonna try to do one every Saturday. I don't think I will be in Chapel Hill at all next year, which is crazy to say. Over the last few years, I have been in there like crazy. This year, a little bit different. I don't think I'm going to make it. I hope that I can potentially at some point in time. We will see. So, with that, we'll see. Call-in show is a must. Ron, we will discuss that. If there is, so we did one last year, and we tried it out, and we really didn't see much in it. Not much turnout. But again, and here's the thing with UNC YouTube right now. If Carolina, with Carolina getting Bill Belichick, the interest in Carolina, just bless it. But with Bill Belichick coming to Carolina, obviously the interest is going to be way up there. So the possibility of there being enough return on investment for that is definitely there. So we'll definitely see. I do plan on bringing back the scouting report. That is for sure. And as a matter of fact, since we are still an affiliate of the College Huddle, I know I don't really advertise that much on here. We do a better job of that. We are in a network of other small collegiate YouTubers called the College Huddle. You can look it up on Twitter, YouTube. There's a YouTube page for it now, all that good stuff. That is true, Ron. That is true. A lot more have come. Honestly, a lot have come since Belichick showed up. That is for sure. Consistency for us has not been there. Guys like Russ from the Tar Heel Huddle, he's done a whole lot better with that than we have. Blessed name. Locked on Tar Heels, of course. He's every day. I don't have time to do every day. There's nothing that I can do here do every day, and that's not my game. So, but with life being a little different now for me, even if it's post game, obviously for sure, we're still going to do the previews, the predictions. The scouting report is definitely something I really enjoyed doing last year. I think Alan did too. I think I can speak for him on that. I think he enjoyed doing that, especially when we would talk with the other creator who was with us and ask them like the cool things that they do at their schools. That was really fun for us. So to be able to do that was a lot of fun. And I want to do that again more and utilize the College Huddle and all the people that are on it, because there's some great guys. By the way, I have already reached out. If North Carolina gets through today and gets to Omaha, we will have the Strut podcast for the Coastal Carolina, Chanticleers. They are scheduled to come on with us, and also us with them as well. Cool guys. I have always wanted to be able to hang out with them and collaborate with them. They're really cool dudes. I think you'll love them. And what's up, Bubba? Where's Remington at? But also we are they also invited us to go down to a Coastal game, which that's awesome. Which Coastal is my favorite South Carolina team. I'm a South Carolina native. I don't like South Carolina at all. I'll pull for South Carolina State before I pull for South Carolina. But my favorite South Carolina team is Coastal. If I had to pick a Power Four, it'd be Clemson.
I've been going after these Carolina hitters with.
This is gonna suck. I actually I have a Coastal Carolina T-shirt that I bought when I went to the beach back a few months ago. I actually bought me one. I always wanted one. I just didn't buy one. I bought one, and so yeah, it's gonna be fun if we were able to get through this game. Please, for the love of God, get through this game. That's gonna be interesting. I don't know how that's gonna go. I'm obviously gonna root for North Carolina. There we go. Madera's always good for one, baby. I will obviously root for North Carolina over Coastal. That is, of course. But if Coastal was to win, yes, I would be salty that North Carolina lost. But I would root for Coastal all the way.
It executes just a blistering single right up the middle. That is beautiful mechanics.
That is,
and even with the shift, plenty of exit velo to get that one into center field.
But I'll tell you one thing. The best baseball is played in the Carolinas. You can't tell me otherwise. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Check on the runner, Madera.
Gonna be pitch number 60
Duke,
here for
North Carolina, Coastal Carolina,
at this point,
all here.
If you're Chip Hale, you have to be just elated with how he's handled the moment. He's gotten back up off the mat after the 3-run home run. He's gotten back into the strike zone. And most importantly, he's provided you length thus far, which you have not had in the previous 2 games.
Normally South Carolina, and then Clemson. Normally South Carolina's in this mix. Clemson, you know, I'm surprised they got beat. That really shocked me. That really shocked me.
White, Caulfield, and Splain,
6-4-3
double play.
South Carolina didn't have a good year.
Fly ball to right. Summerhill now drifting to his left.
Drop it. No, it didn't work. I tried it. You're down.
The NCAA Men's College World Series in Omaha begins Friday.
61 pitches through 4.
Year on ESPN. The finals begin June 21st.
So far.
For more information, go to
NCAA.com.
Your home for all 90 NCAA championships.
Could be an ACC party out there if things
9-3 heels. That was
find a way to win this
prediction earlier.
State winner take all game later tonight. Of course, the winner of Miami and Louisville will head to Omaha.
Check on Madera. He is a threat to run. 13 of 14.
There is a threat to run, but not as much as Daggum Mr. Kepley.
14 steals in the NCAA tournament for North Carolina. Just 1 for Arizona in 2 attempts.
That's low.
Contrasting styles for these teams.
Yeah, interesting too, because Smith Bailey actually in pretty good time to home plate here, and knowing that you have Guzman with the bazooka behind home plate. If you're Carolina, you're going to be very, very particular when you want to go, especially with 2 outs.
Woo!
1-1.
That seemed a little inside.
Bailey is concerned with Madera at first.
Did you guys hear that? Dude was like, how many times is that? That is crazy, dog.
3-run home run from Vanderbrake in the 3rd. Out of play.
And finding ways to try and keep Carolina
How
off
many
balance.
times is that?
Smith Bailey has been pretty solid to this point. Angelo, though, again, we know the quick strike ability. One mistake and he can put it over the wall.
1-2 the count now to Angelo. 3 of the 4 hits for North Carolina have come on 2 strike counts.
Angelo's all over. Remember that earlier.
Leaving a little dangerously right there. Save Angelo. You talk about the way that he started coming into this tournament. It was about a 218 average, and then all of a sudden has just caught real fire here, and that has provided such a boost to the bottom of this Carolina lineup.
Woo!
To right, Summerhill has it, and he puts it away to retire the side. We've played 4 here in Chapel
Hey,
Hill.
well, good thing for Sam. He's still connecting. He's still connecting big time. That's for sure. Now Carolina's got to keep him scoring. Got to keep him from answering back.
Customer experience. A game-changing
Has to do it.
to golf. Behind them all, advanced 5G solutions from T-Mobile.
Put that pressure on him, man.
Disney chose T-Mobile to power real-time collaboration between remote production hubs. T-Mobile fuels Tractor Supply stores nationwide with 5G internet.
5G internet.
PGA of America to elevate the game.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's coffee time.
T-Mobile for business.
Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price.
You want the lowest price. Did you say lowest or lowest price?
It's basically
That's what I think. I think it's coffee time, though. Gotta hit him. Yeah, no joke.
Price with our lowest price.
Gotta do it.
Lowe's.
If it was just a little bit more shallow, it would have bounced. Would have been good. Would have got you a run in at least. But or come close. I don't know. Every hit.
Keep going.
Just going straight to the outfield. Bar the home run, man. Yeah, and the setting up for that home run was the bounce in the outfield.
And they're all playing today. And you get Elodis, who has been phenomenal.
Let's go. Hey, let's check some scores across the country here. Let's do that real quick. Here we go. Murray State still up on Duke 5-3. We're in the top of the 4th now. Miami is up on Louisville 2-0, and we are 3-1 with good old Wildcat country.
Tom Hart, KP, Berkey out there. Don't think for a second Liam Doyle didn't have that image of the Hogs celebrating after the final out imprinted in his mind as he went to bed.
Now, I'll tell you one thing, Arkansas and Tennessee, I'm glad one of those teams are getting canceled out.
Just averaging, what, 15.5 strikeouts
those
per
guys
9 innings on the season. First pitch.
There we go. Bang. Catch.
2 shorts.
Pow. That's one.
1 pitch, 1 away as Caulfield is retired here in the 5th.
All right, so you get to this point in the game, and if you're both head coaches, you've taken a look at your respective starters, well within what you'd hope for from a pitch count standpoint. And Ryan Lynch forcing some weak contact in the first 3 pitches of ABs. Exactly what Scott Forbes needed. He needed length. He needed efficiency. He has gotten that from his freshman starter thus far.
Lynch gave up the home run to Caulfield for the Arizona run. When you think about his 2 starts, his first career start was against Clemson.
Yeah, Arkansas against Tennessee.
ACC tournament championship game. He went 4 innings in that game.
Oh my God.
No runs.
Yeah, they were pretty annoying. I'm not gonna lie. They were pretty doggone, to say the least.
Season on the line. Oklahoma here Monday nights in a game 7. 5 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, 82 pitches. So you can get an idea how efficient he has been here today with those 52 pitches thrown. This is hit well into the gap, but moving over, making the dive, unable to get it is Tyson Bass.
Tyson tried it.
Done nicely by Kipley. The throw is cut off, and sliding in safely with a 1-out double is Andrew Kane here in the 5th.
Oh man. This would have been an easy.
That's twice that's happened this week, or these past couple days.
Sellout effort here in the best possible way from Tyson Bass. I mean, nearly coming up with this. I mean, look how far he's got to go. The fact he even gets into it is amazing, and just right off the end of the glove. And they still had a chance to get Kane at second of the relay if they may have let that one go through. But life for Arizona now with the tying run at the plate.
Tommy Splain at the plate.
And here comes the Splain.
We talked to Chip Hale this week about the line.
I felt the air off at him.
For this Arizona team, he just loves Splain down there because he's been such a clutch performer. And think about how good he's been in that 8th spot in the NCAA tournament. 5:26 entering play here today. 10 for 19 before the strikeout in the 3rd. Line shot foul. He's down the count 0-2.
There we go. All right, let's go. Come on.
That this Arizona staff talked about the poise of the young freshman and Smith Bailey. The same was said about this man at the plate, Tommy Splain. Just, you'll never know.
No, Allen is not at the game. He's at the golf course.
3 hits. He's the same dude.
Yeah. So, you know.
1-2.
And what a bomb that he hit yesterday, right? You want to talk about a huge answer, a way to pick up your ball club and infuse massive momentum. That one of 3 he's had in his last 17 ABs.
7-game hitting streak for Splain. Down to the count 1-2. Strikes out for a second time against Lynch. 2 down.
Sit him down. That's a good sign for North Carolina because he was the one that lit them up yesterday.
With the late movement here,
Ryan Lynch has come in and really just
for Ryan Lynch, right into the
put his stamp on the game. 57 pitches, 3 away from the 3rd out to get out of this inning. That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Easton Breifogel with 2 down.
Breifogel.
Kane at second. Takes
That's a strike.
Breifogel struck out
That's
in the 3rd inning. Ground ball, but right at Vandenberg at second. And
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, dude.
The ground ball, and North Carolina is up by 2 after 4.5.
If we can put another one up, just one, we can score 1. Then it start because we're 5 innings in now. You know we're going to hit this bottom of the 5th. You get into the 6th, you're up 4, and then it really starts to put the pressure, or put up 3 at least. And that puts a lot of pressure on them. That is for sure. Okay, what I'm going to quickly do right now. I am going to. Can I actually open this on my phone? That's kind of cool. I am going to very quickly. I'm going to use the restroom, grab me some drink, and I'll be right back for you people. I'm going to pop. Hold on a second. Let me take my AirPods out because I have to always. I don't know why it does this with me. Can I pause, take out, play? Ah, that worked this time. And I will bring it live. There we go. I am going to let you guys listen to advertisements. Mac, Ron, all you guys keep the chat rolling, and I'm going boom. Right back.
Quite the scene and quite the spectacle. You'll be out there for first time, I think, too, to check things out in Omaha. This is how the bracket shapes up on our side of the bracket. Coastal Carolina, the first team to punch their ticket to Omaha, making their first super regional appearance since 2016, the year they made the run to the national championship. They took 2 down in Auburn. They'll take on the winner of the Chapel Hill Super Regional.
What a story. What a team. And Ryan Lynch right now feeling very good about not only his outing, but where his club is halfway home as Carolina tries to punch their ticket back to Omaha.
Carter French to lead things off. Singled his first time up and scored on the Vandenberg 3-run shot. 67 pitches now thrown by Smith Bailey. We've talked about both freshman starters. Bailey is a guy who can go deep into a game, and if he keeps it right here, you would expect to see him out there in the 90-pitch range. Went for 91 pitches last time out, 88 the time before, 98 and 96 the 2 appearances prior to that. That is off the bag, but it was off the double bag, the green bag, so it is a foul ball.
Slimmest of margins. Gonna see where this one hits.
If it hits the white bag, it's a fair ball. But if it hits the green bag, which is the runner's bag, the safety bag, if you will, it's a foul ball.
Right there, just you get 1,000 swings. There's no way you can do that again.
Wilson Rayner, the first base umpire, on top of it. There's a strike. 2-2 now to Carter French.
And you bring it to pitch count here for Smith Bailey, right? 71st pitch about to be thrown. Bears repeating about the workload that Casey Hintz had yesterday. 51 pitches in 3 1/3.
You would think for pitchers like Hintz, even Pluto, we talked about Chip Hale about it earlier. you can't count on a lot from them, but maybe a situational moment for them. I mean, think about it. When you were pitching at Vanderbilt, if you pitched on a Friday, right, okay, what would you be doing on a Sunday 2 days later?
Yeah, technically as a starter it would be your side day if you have that day. If you like to throw two sides during a week, and traditionally if you're the Friday starter, then Sunday would be your day on the mound.
So that would be a conversation point for our Game 1 starters. Kramkowski for Arizona, Knapp for North Carolina, even though Knapp threw 101 pitches, but we mentioned he's wearing his cleats today, so he's ready to go. There is Jake, Game 1 winner, and it's a leadoff walk for Carter French. He's aboard to start things here in the 5th inning. Game 2 of the NBA Finals tonight, 8 Eastern time on ABC. ESPN Deportes, ESPN Radio. The Pacers somehow wiggled out a Game 1 win because they've got Tyrese Halliburton. Pacers led for all of 0.3 of a second in Game 1 because of Tyrese Halliburton. You'll see Game 2 coming up tonight. Coverage tips with NBA Countdown, 7:30 Eastern time.
People saying, what the hally happened there? If you were a Thunder fan, they'll need to get the equalizer tonight before going back to Bankers Life Fieldhouse for Game 3.
A lot of people have seen that before. Most recently, the Knicks in Game 1.
My Cavaliers, oh gosh. Oh. Couple of daggers in that series.
Kepley singled and scored in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2 today. 1-1.
Kind of back to put an idea out there for people. You mentioned Kramkowski. And only 36 pitches for him on Friday. So theoretically, if you need someone to give you some length, and that's why I brought up Hintz with the 51 pitches, is if he's limited maybe to an inning, maybe a cleanup of an inning, and then another one, you just cannot expect maybe more than one from both Hintz and Pluta today.
1-2 to Kepley.
So logically, Eric, you would think if anyone is stretched out enough like that, and remember that Garrett Hicks also threw 40 pitches yesterday in the 3rd. So you, 2 leverage relievers, including, just put it in 3, Pluta your closer. So you're gonna, if you have to find multiple outs somewhere else, Kramkowski could certainly be a candidate.
Well, day 1, Hilker pitched an inning in 2/3, didn't give up a hit or run. A couple of strikeouts. Martinez, McKinney, Orloff, McKnight were those pitchers used. We didn't see them yesterday. So there are arms available in the bullpen. Kepley lays off. It's 2-2. But right now, the starters getting it done on both sides. The 2 freshmen.
And conversely, if you're Carolina right now, remember Walker McDuffie threw 38 pitches, only getting 2 outs yesterday.
That's what I'm talking about.
Kepley with a fly ball.
Oh, that ball
To
is
left center, and it's Walton who moves over to cut in front of Breifogel. 1 away.
good news is we got coffee.
I would not want to get in the way of Aaron Walton tracking a
Oh, that's
fly
Kepley
ball.
too. That hurts. I don't know why.
About as good as we've got.
We got
in
coffee
business.
brewing.
2 just highlight reel catches.
Oh yeah.
In Game 1.
Oh yeah.
1 taking away extra bases, 1 taking away a multi-run home run. What a sensation he's been to watch in this Super Regional.
Come on, baby.
1 out for Jackson Vanderbeek.
1 out. Ooh. Ooh. Vandy's going for 2, man.
Well, Vanderbeek, the difference in the ball game right now. Laser beam home run. It
Yes,
just
he is.
enough to stay up over the left field fence. He's pumped. He should be the 5th 3-run homer by Carolina's offense this weekend.
One. Vanderbeek struck out looking in the 1st, hit that home run, his 8th of the season in the 3rd to put North Carolina in front. Winner on to Omaha. One and 2.
That action in that Wildcat bullpen. As you see 49, Julian Tangini, getting ready. He was up yesterday too, did not get in the ball game.
Vanderbeek tried to hold up, could not. Strikeout number 4 for Bailey. 2 down.
And that is a massive 1-2 for Smith Bailey. Just showing some incredible resolve right now. Look at that slider off the top. No way for Vanderbrake to put the e-brake on and hold up that swing. Yet again, the freshman just growing up right before your eyes, showing he can handle the moment and make some serious pressure pitches right now.
Luke Stevenson.
I mean, do we want to give him a bottle or something?
2 down.
Jesus Christ.
Both pitchers, both starters.
He's just a good little boy. He's growing up in front of us.
More than
Doesn't we heard that?
Yep. All you can want. Get into the 5th. Give me an opportunity to at least have a decision to make instead of, well, I got to go find length to be able to even get us through.
What?
Ryan Lynch.
You can't see. You can't see.
Innings thus far, just the 1 earned run. And Smith Bailey just the 1 swing from Vanderbrake.
Stevenson with a fly ball to the center fielder. Walton is under it. And he's got it to retire the side. 2 freshmen.
Would have been nice to get something
5.
there.
It's 3-1 North Carolina here at Chapel Hill.
All I know is that we are cooking through these innings.
We can't get enough of the WNBA. Dallas Wings select Tage.
Congratulations.
New York at Indiana. Saturday, June 14th at 3 on ABC.
There we go.
The UFL Conference Championships.
Here we go.
Start playing the best football this season. 4 teams remain in the hunt.
We didn't come this far just to come this far.
The UFL Conference Championships today on ABC and Fox.
Didn't I just take that off? Because we didn't want to deal with all that stuff. All right, cool. All right, so still 3-1. Currently, right now, North Carolina up over over Arizona. Now we're back at we're at the top of the 6th now, so it's time to get it rolling. You know what I'm saying? Times to get. It's times to get. Don't you love it? Oh, here we go. We got some barbecue. Oh, this kid's got Bojangles.
You're happy to get all the per diem for that right now.
And some Bojangles in the stands. Oof, we could have a buffet here in the back in between innings.
Ready for the 6th inning. Ryan Lynch back out there for North Carolina.
Yeah.
Arizona, Brendan Summerhill to lead off. With that pitch, Lynch has thrown a pitch in the 6th inning. His previous career high 5 innings of work against Oklahoma.
And now, importantly, wheels start to turn here, too. If you're Scott Forbes getting action beginning in the Carolina bullpen as Aiden Houck, who threw yesterday. 2 1/3, gets moving, 55 pitches for him. But yeah, everything you could have asked for if you're Scott Forbes. Into the 6th inning, very economical on the pitch count front, and more importantly, a 2-run lead.
We mentioned before his 2 starts
order
in the
because I'm hungry.
postseason.
I love it, Matt. I love it.
National championship here at Chapel Hill last Monday. 83 pitches, 82 pitches. But you can see we're at that point now. If he gets into a little bit of trouble this inning, it gets extended. You got to have that bullpen ready to go because he could be kissing up against 80 pitches. Summerhill trying to make him work here. Fouls it off once again.
If you want to go with maybe the analytical approach here, not allowing this Arizona lineup, or at least the full contingent of the lineup, to see him a 3rd time through.
There we go.
Big game starter, by the way. Those are all his career starts.
How about that?
They've been big games.
Well, add this one to the list if he's able to finish off this 6th inning right here.
2-2 to Summerhill. Ground ball to second. Scooped up by Vanderbilt.
Bang!
One away.
Let's go.
What a performance.
Just like yesterday, Carolina was hitting straight to people. Now Arizona's hitting straight to people.
Effectively efficient. The fastball has had incredible life today. The slider has been very crisp. And Scott Forbes woke up this morning and said this is what he would receive. I think he would run, grab it, and take it with him immediately.
Aaron Walton with one down. Takes strike one.
That's one.
Obviously, both head coaches had to keep something in their back pocket yesterday. North Carolina would have loved to have won in 2 games, and it just gives you that extra day of rest before Omaha. But Lynch for North Carolina, Bailey for Arizona, the pitchers they held in reserve, and the 2 freshmen have been outstanding here today.
And this is coaching 101, right? This is why you get these kids experience.
They'll squirrel out in front of the mound. Lynch, bare hand, step throw.
Let's go.
Has been great over at
nice
base,
job.
Everything coming his way.
Stokely, nice catch, dude.
This was a little dicey, and you saw the cue ball spin as Lynch decides to field this one barehanded, and then goes to a little tap of the glove. Stokely letting out a primal yell there with a great scoop for the second out.
North Carolina defensively, 49 errors on the season, 1 in the Super Regional, 5 total throughout the NCAA tournament. Shift on for Mason White, who takes strike one.
Woo!
1-1.
They're kind of playing along at home here.
Holy cow.
That Carolina has Aiden Houck up. Of course, Walker McDuff, we mentioned 38 pitches yesterday in just 2/3 of an inning. You believe that the idea would be to get it to him in the 9th.
Fly ball 2 left off the bat of right, heading towards foul ground.
Oh, let's go!
It's a 1-2
Carter French, boy.
Ryan Lynch in the bullpen, just in celebration mode right now for what the freshman has done so far.
Now, he might be a freshman in name, but
man,
big-time veteran performances.
That was a play, dude.
Right to the edge of the wall.
Talk about
his mates. Yes, sir. Golf clap indeed.
This is empty now.
Carolina feeling it up 2.
That's awesome, dude. Holy cow, man.
With new mixing bowl mashup plus dip
Now,
strawberry
honestly,
cheesecake, the new
we got to
DQ
get
Summer Blizzard
one.
menu calls for
Seriously, we got to get one. Blizzard. Because if we don't get one, I don't. I gotta feel like eventually something's gonna order veal. Shut up. Because I needed sandwich with bomb late. Hey, I could go for something. I need to score one, just to push that lead just a little bit more. Because if Arizona starts to get hot, I want them to have to overcome a heck of a deficit. Oh, speaking of deficits, let's check out scores. Holy cow! Murray State's up 9-3. 9-3 in the bottom of the 4th, which means they're still at bat right now. And Miami and Louisville are tied at 2 in the top of the 5th, which Miami's up to bat right now for them. Holy cow. All right. Let's check out. I'm going to check out Gamecast of Miami Louisville just because it's closer. It's a tie ball game. Currently, there's 1 out, 2 outs now, and 1 more out, and that gets Louisville back up on the plate. What's going on with Duke and Murray State right now? Murray State they got 2 outs and a runner on second, and it's currently a 1-0 count. Wow. Evidently, all of Duke's points scored have been home runs. They've got 3 points. They got 3 home runs. Oh, and another run was just scored for Murray State. I have no idea what happened. It didn't even show me. And they got the 3rd out. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh.
To left field, but on the warning track.
Oh, sorry. I heard people screaming and I was doing that. Gallagher got close to a homie there.
Down here in the 6th. Tell you what.
He had that outfielder backed up against the wall.
Is what saves Smith Bailey, and Gavin Gallagher, as he's swinging, I mean, you're talking about perhaps an inch on the sweet spot on the barrel. And that one keeps this ball in the ballpark. Taking a look at it, watch this. This pitch just kind of stays there. And oof.
Gallagher has not missed much in the NCAA tournament.
That's true.
Hitting 643.
Ooh, Stoke.
Shot past
There we go. There's a base hit.
Hard hit by Stokely. He's aboard for a second time today. I would think there'd be a little activity now in that Arizona bullpen.
Yep.
Gallagher didn't miss a home run by much, and Stokely with a hard hit ball against Smith Bailey, who's thrown 87 pitches.
Yeah, you kind of wonder here too from a matchup standpoint, just knowing that in the bottom of this lineup, Madera 1 for 1, Basso for 2, Angelo for 2.
I can't believe Murray State is
Smith Bailey has handled them thus far, but just from a pitch count standpoint, you're right. You know, upwards of almost 90
they have
pitches
it
right
through.
Madera with a walk and a single against.
Come on, Madera. He's good for 1. Murray State up. Touchdown. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. We just looked at the score of that one. That and Louisville and Miami being tied.
Bailey's hands right now. He still looks pretty strong.
Oh boy, that was low.
Mentioned it before, his last start was against Cal Poly in the Eugene Regional Final through 91 pitches. The final score of that game was 14-0. Right. So not all innings and pitches, as you well know, are considered equal. High pressure with the season on the line here today. Ground ball to first. Splain.
Oh, we dropped it.
Stokely taking advantage, heading to third.
Let's go.
A rare mistake by Arizona, and Mason White knows it. Just their third error of the NCAA tournament could be costly.
Hey, I said Madera's good for 1.
He had the double play in his sights.
Hey, it was 1.
Just forgot to catch the ball. Oh boy.
In his defense, a bit of a high throw and still trying to hold on to the base. Obviously,
1 base hit. You got your Madera. Is that Sam? Is Sam Angelo? Are we about to get that Parmigiano?
And that's going to bring the
Tyson Bass
faithful to life right there. They can sense it now too. A massive insurance run over there at third, also sensing it. Pitching coach Kevin Vance, a good visit right here too, right? Just kind of give your freshman opportunity to collect himself.
Give White a moment too. Yep. Give the bullpen a moment to get loose, but you can see White, how upset he is even now, just looking at his, covering up his face a couple of times, trying to get him locked in.
Matthew Martinez getting loose in the Wildcat bullpen. Now, if you're Mason White, you want nothing more than this ball to be hit at you right here. Give me another chance to try and get my mates out of this one. One of the most important guys on this team, one of the leaders of this group, so crucial to their success in getting here.
11th error of the season for Whites. In the NCAA tournament, Arizona 989 fielding percentage, up from their 978 for the season. They've been good.
Come on.
Well, the ground ball gets him out of the jam. Perhaps first and third.
We got a base hit. We got 1 scored.
In play as Tyson Bass takes ball 1. Bass grounded into a double play his first time. Flied to right in the 4th.
Come on, fellas.
In the order, a good pick over here because
come on, Tyson.
If you're Scott Forbes, you want to press the issue, try and take that double play out of contention. Could get the runner started.
1-1. North Carolina's runs scored in the 3rd on a 3-run home run by Jackson Vanderbrake. Two and 1. Since then, Smith Bailey gave up a single with 1 out in the 4th. A walk to lead off the 5th. Single with 1 out in the 6th. And what could have been a double play, but instead turned out to be an error.
Surprised they're not bringing it infield at least halfway.
And you're behind in the count. Smith Bailey,
yeah, honestly, it is a little surprising, but
you have got to find a way to throw a strike down in the zone.
More power to him.
Gets the ground ball, a chance here for Arizona. 6-4-3, redemption for Mason White and his Arizona teammates as they turn to the side.
Unbelievable job Smith Bailey growing up before your eyes, and Arizona still alive after 6.
Why do they keep saying that Smith Bailey growing up in front of our eyes? Like, dang, did he? If you give him a minute, he'll probably go to the potty too. I don't know. That's weird. He's so growing up. He's a good boy. What I tell you. I had to tweet that one out. There you go. Yeah. I tell you, boy. I tell you. Anyway. But that's okay. That's all right. All right, let's take a look here at the scores around the country. Currently, still middle of the 5th, so heading into the bottom of the 5th, it looks like. Oh, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Still tied at 2. Is Miami and Louisville, and looks like Murray State's getting ready to take care of Duke. Well, I say. Oh, dang, they come back late.
Ryan Lynch back out there, no surprise.
It came right off of commercial and definitely was in the middle of grabbing a baseball out of the middle.
His career high, Ryan Lynch. Remember 83 in that start against Clemson. The ACC
Ryan Lynch is handling business, dude.
But I mean, this is about as efficient as you could have possibly hoped for if you're Scott Forbes and company.
Mikalakis steps in. He's flied out twice.
There we go.
And this is the tightrope now you walk.
And that's what we needed yesterday that we didn't have today. A pitch that was just going to give us some life and give us some.
You're trying to get something going, or at least get the time
trying to sustainability.
Trying just to slow down here a little bit.
And sure enough, Ryan has come in and just. Here we are, top of the 7th. He's still going strong. With 1 out.
Arizona, we saw that earlier.
Ryan Lynch has been dealing today.
They were swinging at first pitches, jumping on Jake Knapp. They got 9 hits against Knapp. So far, Lynch has had 15 at-bats.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Where he's thrown 3 pitches or less. He's had some quick ABs here against this Arizona lineup.
Don't think for a second, though, that the quick strike ability of this Wildcat offense isn't present.
Oh, my soul.
Couple held by Stevenson, but not getting the call. It's 2-2.
Remember, the man on deck responsible.
That's all right.
Darren Caulfield, the solo homer that got that first run on the board.
Let's roll.
In the 2nd inning.
2-2, right? I think so. Boing.
Lazy fly ball to French in left.
Bang. There we go. There's 2. There's 2. Carter French getting some action today.
As mentioned, Darren Caulfield delivered the run for Arizona back in the 2nd with 2 down.
And again, breaking ball, and you talk about a line drive home
Look
run
at that.
Sneaks inside the left field foul pole, and at the moment, yeah, long distance dedication, but also how about a little nanner in the dugout to get you fueled back up.
Caulfield grounded to short his last time. There's strike 1 again from Lynch.
That's been the key for him today, right?
I didn't need to see that.
A lot of first
Not
pitch
one
strikes,
bit.
a lot of advantage counts.
Come on. One more. One more.
Recognizing what they're seeing, this freshman who's been so impressive this season has found another gear in the postseason. Now in his
He's not growing up though. Ryan Lynch.
And looking for a 1-2-3 inning.
It was a little loud.
Pitch to stay alive.
18 of the 24 hitters he's faced. First pitch strike. That is a great way to do business in a winner-take-all start.
Another 0-2 from Ryan Lynch.
Scott Forbes would love nothing more than his youngster to finish off what will be a signature start for his young career.
Called strike 3.
Let's go. Let's go. Carolina.
Fire it up.
The all-new Dragon Flame Grilled
Man,
Whopper
we'll
is here.
Dragon Flame out of here for a second. That way we can do the. There we go. Here we go. Man. We just now need to get Carolina just needs to get a run. It's just a security run. Just a security run. Need to get one. I've been saying it for a little while because I don't want all of a sudden Arizona to just knock a home run, get a little bit of motivation. That's something I'm worried about. But if we can handle our business, do our thing, we'll get out of this thing by. Should be, like, I mean, it's good to be up 2. It's good. I'd like to get up 2 more, quite frankly. Just that way, in case something crazy happens. Currently, they're in the bottom of the 5th is Duke and Murray State is up 10-3. My Bill lunch is finally here. Now I just need the home run for all this. Well, as a matter of fact, Angelo should be up. Sam Angelo, actually, he should be up next. Matter of fact. Because it goes Bass, Sam, French, and Bass is the last one to go.
You get a little anxious about it, but there was no anxiety, no nervousness for these 2 pitchers so far today.
I mean, you got to be proud parents on both sides
Oh,
here.
wait, I got it.
Young men who just grew up right in front of us. In the big starts of their young careers, they answer the bell.
I just
Ryan
wanted to
Lynch,
put that there.
right now,
in case we didn't know.
Smith
For anybody
Bailey,
tuning in.
line for the win, I should say Ryan Lynch is, but my goodness, Smith Bailey, take a bow. Not only the present performance, but what the future holds for that young right-hander.
He does leave on the hook. He's done after throwing 6.
Smith Bailey is growing up in front of our eyes, in case you didn't know that.
Comes on to pitch for Arizona, but Smith got the Wildcats to the 7th inning. Up and in for ball 1. Sam Angelo.
Tangini going to be a 3-pitch mix here, 4-seam, slider, and curve. He in that mid-90 range, and the heater as well.
Angelo was 0 for 2 against Smith Bailey, having the count 2-0. So 6 innings for the freshman, who has got a smile on his face.
He should
love to leave with a lead, but you go 6, giving up 5 hits with the season on the line. I mean, he is a freshman, though, so sometimes it's hard to figure out where the shirt sleeves are and the neck hole is and all that kind of stuff. Obviously.
There we go.
You know, he did everything else well today.
Still learning here.
Hang on. Yeah, there's a fan. There's some wind going. There we go.
Degree of difficulty with the fan.
Thumbs up. Yeah, I have a feeling North Carolina fans are trying to coach him up on that.
No, you've got it on backwards.
3-0 the count. 3-1. I know you touched on it a little bit, but for Smith Bailey, what are the things that stood out to you most about his performance here today?
I just think the poise, right? You give up the 2-run home run. You know that's a huge swing in the ball game. For him to come right back into the
Is
strike
Smith
zone,
Bailey like the second coming? Holy cow, they ain't shut up about that. Like they keep queuing him up to talk about it. Whoever this commentator is loves Smith Bailey.
And that's not what you want. You want to maintain attack, belief in your stuff, repeat the delivery. Chip Hale and company's got to be so proud of him.
Angelo fights it off. We'll do the 3-2 again.
And now if you're Carolina, okay, you got to go to work here. We know obviously from what Arizona did, the late inning offense yesterday, 2-run lead, not safe by any margin here in college baseball.
But I'll tell you right now, there's no work going on in that Carolina bullpen at the moment. So as our attention turns to the other freshman pitcher as Angelo strikes out first out here in the 7th. All indications are that young man, Ryan Lynch, will come out for the 8th inning.
He's earned it. I mean, if I'm Scott Forbes, I'm not changing anything. And again, for people that don't realize, okay, yeah, the pitch count is where it is, but it's how he got there. So many ABs, 3 pitches or less. You know, there has not been a lot of those leverage innings of where he's had to really work to retire
let's
the
get
side.
loud.
It's been pretty free and easy.
Let's get loud.
For the young kid,
Let's
just
get
the 2-hit
excited.
surrender.
Let's
He's
do
retired
it.
8 in a row since that double by Kane with 1 out in the 5th inning. And he has thrown 82 pitches. You mentioned
tired of this
83
Smith
against
Bailey deal.
Clemson, 82 his last start against Oklahoma. So he's right on that number. But again, nothing happening in that Carolina bullpen. Now, I'll assume that they'll probably get going a little bit in the 8th inning. But for now, is the man. 2-0 the count to Carter French.
Come on,
French
Carter.
singled and scored in the 3rd.
Come on, Carter.
5th.
Come on.
Julian Tangini here. Yeah, just
Walk and we get back to the top of the lineup.
To collect outs.
Because you got,
keep your mates alive.
you've got at least
Try and get some momentum
Kepley
back into
coming
that
up.
dugout when
But
the inning
if
double
he
play, all of a
walks
sudden
Carter
loses
or Carter gets a
incredibly
base hit, you'll have
for
Kepley
Arizona's comeback
and
chances
Vandy
here.
show up. There. Okay, right. Come on, boy. Make me proud. Make me proud.
Carter French.
Was it the quietest 4 for 5 yesterday for Carter French? You know, I mean, he did lead everyone in the Carolina lineup. But and again, it bears repeating how critical he's been stepping into now a full-time starting role.
Yeah, boy.
On why Carolina has been successful.
That's the 3rd baseman.
Oh, that ball's high.
Near shorts, just in time to get French 2 down here in the 7th for the Tar Heels.
All right, Kane. Give us a little something.
Back to the top of the order. Here comes Kane Kepley.
Number 27, Kane Kepley.
Well, I like the animals coming in for the Lion King.
I'm not a fan.
Lion King theme, but I saw water being held up, a fan being held up. I think we got a lot of improvisation
We
going on.
had the baby held up yesterday. That
The
wanted
baby didn't
no
like
part
it.
of it.
No, the baby didn't like it.
Oh, Jesus.
Of course, no matter what, this is the final game of the season for North Carolina here at the Bosch. Arizona fans are offering up some pom-poms, trying a little reverse.
A little jinx.
Yeah, a little reverse Simba here, apparently. Kepley, high fly ball to shallow center field. Mason White under it, lost the glasses, but holds on to it to make the catch. 1, 2, 3 inning. We go to the 8th. All eyes on Ryan Lynch as he walks to the mound for Carolina.
Let's get her done.
Athletes Unlimited Softball League, Talon Bandits, Tuesday
Oh,
at
my
8
bad.
on ESPN.
Talon Bandits. What is it? Tennis? Is that what that is? Wow, here we go. Here we go. We're only right at 2 hours in. Top of the 8th. If Carolina can get out of this without having a run scored, they just got to get to the top of the 9th. Ooh. I just don't like that Carolina's been in the lead this long and they haven't been able to expand it. Could be all right. Could be okay. We are going to find out. That is for sure. But this is what's going to happen. I am going to quickly, right now, I am going to do grab some coffees. Need that. Need that little love in my life. And then I will be right back. So I'm going to put this back up. You guys take care of it. Take care of the stream while I'm away. And I'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Between the two-star point guards. Halliburton jump shot. It's good! And Indiana takes game 1.
The NBA Finals, Game 2 on ABC.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NCAA consent is prohibited.
Let's take a look at today's Capital One rewarding performance. No surprise here. The freshman fireballer, Ryan Lynch. 7 scintillating innings thus far. Plenty of free air conditioning on a muggy day here in Chapel Hill. And wouldn't you know it, he's back out there for the 8th. What a job by the youngster thus far. You see just 3 career starts, and this one, no doubt, his best of the season.
All in the postseason. ACC championship game against Clemson up in Durham. Then in an elimination game against Oklahoma, Chapel Hill regional final on Monday. And on the mound here. So there is activity in the bullpen. Walker McDuffie, who did not have his best stuff yesterday, first man up in the bullpen today for North Carolina.
Had a chance to just ask Scott Forbes, what was your feel about another talented young freshman? And he said he just amped up yesterday, and we could tell by the location, by the velo.
Breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-2 to Andrew Kane, who doubled his last time out. That's the last hit and last base runner against Ryan Lynch.
I think you probably take it hitter to hitter here now. Again, knowing any base runner that reaches, you got the tying run coming to the plate where you are in the order 7, 8, 9. McDuffie at the very least ready for the top of the order.
Ground ball. Stokely can't get this one. It's in the right field. Fielded there by Bass, and Kane has Lynch's number today. He's 2 for 3 against the freshman, and that's the first base runner since that double by Kane in the 5th.
Decision time here. Scott Forbes talking it over.
Well, add this to the calculus. Tommy Splain, who has been a clutch performer for Arizona, has struck out twice today against Lynch as he steps in for a 3rd time. 7-game hit streak on the line.
That's certainly a factor in allowing Lynch to face him yet again.
Ball 1.
Now borderline right there on the corner. It goes Tommy Splain's way.
Doing whatever they can in that Arizona dugout. Down by just 2. Down to their final 6 outs. Tying run at the plate. Splain homered yesterday. Fouls this one off. It's 1-1.
You almost look at the swing profile too, right? With the way that Lynch is thrown today, as you fatigue a little bit, you get a bit more sink with that arm angle. A little bit lower 3/4, and you get maybe the bowling ball effect there. So Scott Forbes maybe gambling a little bit that if anything does happen here, he could potentially get a ball on the ground.
With every pitch he throws, he adds to his career high for pitches thrown in a game. This will be number 90. 1-2.
You got everything available to you now. If you wanted to go the slider, you could, and just kind of try and walk Tommy Splain off the plate. If you are Splain now, you have got to try and cut off the inside.
I've returned.
Here, kind of get
Come
up
on
there.
Come on, Ryan. Get away from him, brother.
The other way.
Get away from him.
Pump of the fist from Luke Stevenson.
Come on, baby.
Sets up to receive the 1-2. To second.
Oh, no.
Not in time at first. Costly error for Vanderbrake. And North Carolina could have, should have been 2. Instead, 2 on with nobody out. Here in the
That is not good.
Whoa.
This is where I was been talking about.
Exactly
We need a run.
If you're North Carolina, you want it hit to your senior. You want it right up the middle to one of the surest-handed guys. But that's why you put the ball in play. Good things can happen, and a break.
I accidentally left my coffee.
Stevenson going to take the slow walk out to the mound here to talk with Ryan Lynch. In the Carolina dugout, they'll check with the bullpen to make sure McDuffie is ready.
And this is no picnic either. Coming in this situation, you could potentially go freshman to freshman here for the biggest outs of your season.
It has been a winning formula for this Carolina team in the postseason. Go ahead run at the plate for Arizona and Easton Breifogel. Now, if you're Arizona, how do you play it here, Jensen, with your number 9 hitter at the plate, 2 on and nobody out?
Well, if you do want to try and bunt him over, that is an option, because then you've got top of the order with Summerhill and Walton ready to go.
It won't be against Lynch. Scott Forbes coming out to make the pitching change. He's going to take his time and let this crowd build up a little noise, come to their feet to salute the freshman who gave North Carolina everything he had.
He rewarded Scott Forbes' faith in him, and listen to the ovation from this Chapel Hill crowd.
While they munch on Popeye's Crunch, Dante dreams away, missing out on all these new Louisiana flavor-rated wraps.
All right.
Don't be like Dante.
I got my coffee. We're good.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Your home is your happy place.
Yeah, that painful.
Odors.
That
Use
right
the
there is
Breeze
painful.
plug-in. It has a microchip that
So
alternates between 2 scents to fight odors and provide freshness for up to 50 days. Try Febreze Plug.
Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price.
You want the lowest price. Did you say lowest or lowest price? It's basically the same thing.
If you find a lower price on the same item, we'll match it. Get the
5
lowest
to 10,
price.
Murray State over Duke so far. Top of the 6, Duke back at the bat.
Is the mark of a fighter. A rich.
Get rid of this right now. Oh man, I don't like this. See, Carolina's gonna have to fight their way out of this one. Because I think after Splain, you got another good hitter behind him. I forget his name, but I believe it's him. So Carolina's got to get out of this one.
Standing all season long, and Ryan Lynch added to that staff resume today. 7 innings of work.
Please to love
hits,
it.
one
If
run.
it's Walker is up there, please to love the guy Walker.
On base as he gives way to his fellow freshman Walker McDuffie, who struggled yesterday in relief. Went 2/3 of an inning through 38 pitches. How could things be better? How do you think yesterday helps him today?
Well, and again, just talking with Scott Forbes today, the fact that he did not have it in multiple innings where it was just
Let's go.
Swoop right there.
I am nervous. I'm nervous. I'll get up right now. They pull a homer, they're up 1.
It really affected his command and his release point. Yeah, maybe that is the silver lining here, where you kind of take the edge off a little bit, now go to work and be able to be down in the zone.
So here's Breifogel. Carolina expecting the bunt. Breifogel with the early square. Well off the plate from McDuffie for ball 1.
If you're going to be a late inning reliever and you see the 9-hole just offering to give himself up, you must pound the zone.
Bunted. It's going to be a fair ball. This could be a base hit. It's off of the runner. Collision at first base. Breifogel is hurt. A run scores. Ball thrown into the infield.
What in the world?
Breifogel is still down after the collision at first base. James Reddy, the athletic trainer, out quickly to check on Easton Breifogel.
Oh boy.
Hear the announcement from the plate umpire Kevin Sweeney. There will be a review here, but most importantly, the attention is on Easton Breifogel right now, who's turned to his back.
That's a good sign that he is moving a little bit. He was so bang there at first. I'm sure the collision knocked the wind right out of him because you could see him just go right to the turf. Here's the angle for you. This is a great play at third. Okay, very athletic play from Gallagher. The throw carries Stokely into that running lane, and you can tell almost like a football hit. Just right there, and it knocks Breifogel off the spot.
Now the key thing to watch there is, and this is a great look at it, there's a foot on the line, but he's got to touch and go for the green base. The batter runner has to go for the green base. And Stokely came over and hit him. It looked like Breifogel was in the right there and in the right position. That's what they're challenging right now. You heard the umpire announce that Pittsburgh centralized replay review taking a peek, but you can see the throw. Vandenbrink, the one who was covering it first, actually, not Stokely. Vandenbrink there, and came up on the chin. So we're looking at the feet as well, but this is a clothesline really from Vandenbrink that takes down Breifogel, who's up on his feet.
I mean, the timing could not have been more synced when the throw arrives at the base, when Breifogel is lunging to get contact, as Vandenbrink's glove just goes right into the baseline to receive the throw.
I think Breifogel's coming out of the game. I saw Chip Hale turn around. You could see the athletic trainer and Hale both talking to Breifogel because
he got popped.
The hit was up on the chin and the jaw. You wonder, they just want to check for a concussion. I'm just looking at Breifogel come off, and his teammates coming out.
After replay, the call on the field is confirmed. No running lane interference. North Carolina still has one challenge left.
So is North Carolina with the challenge?
It's a worthwhile challenge, right? I mean, because again, that's an out. It's a massive out right there.
Yeah.
So Breifogel is out of the game. TJ Adams, the sophomore, will come in. A run is in. First and third, nobody out for Arizona here in the 8th inning.
And what did we say yesterday? When you get young kids
in what I'm talking about.
Spot,
hot to score. Damn. Come on.
Breifogel was giving himself up. It was a
Walker really. Come on, Walker.
To try and get to first. Chaos
you got to get out of this inning now.
And now Arizona
right flipping now.
The tying run 90 feet away.
So it's scored as a single for Breifogel and an RBI. Runners at first and third and nobody out. Carolina's lead 1. Top of the order, Summerhill. Ball 1.
Well, and this place has gotten quiet quickly.
Summerhill 0 for 3 against Lynch.
We got to
today.
get 3 down, man.
And here is the strategy, okay? So you've got Gallagher even with the bag. If it's hit right to him, the runner has to be very mindful of a good first break.
2-1.
That's okay.
Walker McDuffie struggled with command yesterday. Couple of hitters in here. He's got to find a way to get down in the zone and get down in a hurry.
2-1. 2-2.
There you go.
And if you're Summerhill, everything must be elevated in the zone. You are looking for anything possible to get to the outfield to try and cash in a tying run, and Tommy's playing at third base. a job. Summerhill, the junior, it's an 0-for-3 day, but he's been battling. One big knock or one big swing to at least tie this one, if not get TJ Adams into scoring position.
Come on.
Another 2-2 from McDuffie. Count now full.
Got breaking ball, and then back to a fastball. His action continuing. Aiden Hauk getting hot. Remember, he pitched yesterday as well. 2 1/3, 55 pitches of his own.
Oh.
Summerhill checked his swing on the appeal. They say he did. So the bases are loaded. Nobody out here in the 8th.
Quite frankly,
Wildcats.
I don't trust Walker at all.
What drama.
I do not trust Walker one bit right now. At all.
To another freshman in Walker McDuffie, and now
I understand Walker has had a track record of being good throughout the year, but you are currently only up 1 run. The bases are looking
trying to
out.
close out this inning. Instead, look at the situation. 1 run in,
And
bases
he
loaded,
just
nobody
walked
out. Aaron Walton, 0-for-3. Down the count, 0-1.
That's a critical first strike for Walker McDuffie's confidence. And now if you're in Walton, again, it does not have to be a big swing here. You're a veteran. You've got a good approach. You've had a great
You
one
got to
this
save
weekend.
yourself, man.
Try and lift this thing somewhere to the outfield.
1-1. We talked about McDuffie and his struggles yesterday, but last week in relieving Lynch on Monday, got the job done in the final 4 innings, punching the ticket to the SuperRegionals. Grounded foul. It's now 1-2.
And then I tell you, Walton probably
We just need an out right now. We need an out.
That might have been ball 2 right there, but I can appreciate the aggressiveness. Yeah, he knows he's got the tying run 90 feet away.
And North Carolina is willing to give up that run to turn 2 right here. They've got the infield, the shift on, but at depth to try to turn 2. 1-2 to Walton. 2-2.
Now, and if the situation usually holds, whatever you throw 2-2, you're going to want to throw 3-2. So this has got to be the pitch that Walker McDuffie has the most confidence in.
Little squib. Stokely gets it in the air, and everybody retreats to their bases.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
To read that, but he got there. He's played a solid defense at first throughout this super. 1 down.
That is a great pitch from McDuffie right into the kitchen of Aaron Walton. And Stokely nabs that
Boy,
one
if
out
he
of the
could
air
have
for a
potentially
massive
hosed
first out.
3rd right there, that would have been great. That's 1.
Forbes coming
Need 2
out
more.
to the mound with Mason White stepping to the plate. White, a left-handed hitter.
Yeah, Aiden Hauk's the arm there. A little conversation here between Scott Forbes and his freshman hurler.
So to make a change or to make sure McDuffie's got enough here, he'll make the change.
All right, Aiden Howe. Woo! All right, Aiden. All right, Aiden. This is your time, Aiden. This is your time.
With the bases loaded in the 8th.
I'm an overpowered leaf blower, and I'm not a.
Well, I mean, they had runners on 1st and 2nd when Walker came in. I understand them making the change. It's just sucky how this thing ended up. But you got the out. Thankfully, I mean, it was a wild scenario for them to score the 1st run. So let's keep that in mind. So I mean, we got our chances. We have our chances. We definitely have our chances right now. So let's just see what happens with those chances. Boy, oh 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 boy. I don't know about you guys. I'm nervous. I am extremely, extremely nervous. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Let's hold in. I mean, we still got the bottom of the eighth and the bottom of the ninth. So for us. Oh, and Duke's closing in 8-10 right now. Duke is closing in.
Who pitched yesterday is on the mound now in a tough spot for the Tar Heels.
Always tough. Doesn't matter if you're a freshman or if you're an upperclassman. These ones always test your mettle.
I remember Dalton getting us out of a situation like this last year.
Just trying to find a way to induce some weak contact, potentially in any inning double play. But this Arizona lineup continuing to bear down as they have all weekend long. Yesterday, late inning heroics got them the late lead. Remember with the 4 spot by Carolina that we thought might have put them ahead for good, and then the response. 4 runs by Arizona, giving Tony Pluta the chance to send us to this winner-take-all this afternoon.
Houck was the first man out of the pen yesterday, went 2 1/3, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs. They were earned a walk, struck out 6. Facing 14 batters. First batter he faces here, top hitter for this Arizona team, Mason White. Swings at the first pitch, Stevenson with the block. Strike 1.
Again here with the left-handed hitters. Aiden Houck going to bring you a lot of 4-seam, some change-up. You'll see a little slider and curve.
White 0 for 3 against Lynch. Struck out in the first, flied out in the 4th, again in the 6th. 2 for 11 in the SuperRegional. Solid shot, base hit. 1 run is in, a second run being waved around. Mason White delivers in the clutch. Arizona in front in the 8th.
Valley's been living dangerously all weekend. Nothing to show until that at bat. The whole
Said I at least wanted one.
Good, and potentially the biggest hit of the year for the Arizona Wildcats.
That may have just ended North Carolina season. That right there.
Elevated off speed out over the big part of the plate. Fist pump.
Because it's going to take some Chapel Hill magic.
Laser beam through.
Now they
continue. Here's Adonis Guzman trying to keep the pressure on for Arizona. Wow. 3 runs have scored here in the 8th. First and second with 1 out. Guzman was robbed of a hit in the 2nd. Walked in the 4th. Flied out in the 7th. Could not check his swing. It's 1-1.
Now the wheels start turning if you're Chip Hale. Do you potentially go back to Casey Hintz, Tony Pluta at this point, knowing you'll at least have a 1-run lead heading to the bottom of the 8th?
Ground ball too short. The flip to second for 1 on the first, and the double play is turned here. They needed that earlier in the inning. It was costly for North Carolina as Arizona takes advantage of the error, and they take a 1-run lead as we head to the home half of the 8th here in Chapel Hill.
All right, Carolina, get your head at your rears, man.
We're earning unlimited 3%.
Who's up next?
On dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card.
Vanderbreak, right?
Get one of everything. Everything.
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27.
You got to go take the lead here. You cannot. I don't even bump going in tied. You got to go take the lead right now. If you have a 1-2-3 out inning,
Had a feeling
Good luck.
You want to earn 3% cash back on dessert.
Sorry, Chef.
What's in your mind?
So, what do you think about the Jeep Wrangler?
Very spacious, lots of open air.
What are you going to use it for?
Thwarting international terrorism, saving the world, that kind of stuff.
Sorry, we just saw Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, and we are very excited.
Test drive?
That is crazy, dude.
No mission is impossible with a Jeep Wrangler.
Purchase and get an average of $8,200 below MSRP on 2025 Jeep Gladiator, Rubicon, and Mojave models. Hurry, this offer will self-destruct June 30th.
Let's get it. Commercials. Let me see here. Still 8 to 10. They're still in the bottom of the inning of the sixth over there in at Murray State. They've got no runners on, 2 outs, 3-2 pitch.
Play, but it felt big. It was big. And Whites, you could not keep him down for long.
Extra outs, right? Remember, it was the inability
All right, so
to
what?
make the
Vanderbrake,
catch to potentially
Stevenson,
start a
and
double play.
Gallagher.
He had his head in his
There's the
mitt.
3 heavy hitters. I
Just a
think
few innings
that's
ago,
where the
got
lineup is, right?
opportunity to get back at it, got a double play, and now potentially the biggest hit of Arizona's season belongs to the Tucson product.
Yesterday,
So a change.
North Carolina answered and got back in the lead, and then Arizona answered back. Can North Carolina do the same? Can North Carolina now answer? Now you got this
Casey Hintz comes on to pitch now for Arizona. He helped keep things in check yesterday when Arizona needed some length out of the bullpen, and here he is pitching on back-to-back days.
Well, and not only Casey Hintz a chance to come in and be a hero, but now you're looking to the man at the plate. In Vanderbrake, it was the error that allowed Arizona the other opportunity to continue the inning. And now here he stands looking for some retribution.
Nice tribute from the Carolina fans. Loud ovation for Vanderbrake, trying to rally him here. Chance to make up for that error. He takes strike 1.
What?
Number 2, Vanderbrake wears the C on the chest. One of the leaders for this North Carolina team. He's had a great career here for the Tar Heels. 1-1.
Surprised he didn't call that a strike, too.
Who has had probably the best eye at the plate of any Carolina hitter this weekend. Opportunity to get this inning started by being the tying run.
Lays off the
We didn't have to go for home runs. Just get some base hits, man.
Thinking along at home,
Base
Casey
hits,
Hintz.
base
You
hits,
mentioned
base
it
hits. Just
yesterday,
keep that cycle
51
moving.
pitches,
If somebody hits the
but it was
bomber,
up
yeah,
down
let's
4
go.
times. 3 1/3. A lot of leverage outs he had to accumulate yesterday.
3-1. The big question for Arizona would be, is Tony Pluta available?
Come on, Luke.
Working so
Come
hard
on, Luke.
yesterday.
If Vandy can get on base, come on, Luke.
13
Come on,
saves of
dude.
the season for Pluta.
Let's go, Vandy. Come on, dude.
It's Hintz.
You got it. That's out.
Vanderbrake. Jensen mentioned the eye. He walks again.
The leading run at the plate. Come on, Luke. Come on, Luke. Come on, Luke. Just base hits, baby. Just base hits.
Not only here in the 8th, but is it 8th walk of the weekend. And an offensive timeout here from Scott Forbes.
Forbes will bring up Stevenson. Vanderbrake will jog over, along with first base coach Scott Jackson.
Well, certainly the message here offensively, I would imagine, to Luke Stevenson is, hey, listen, this guy threw 50-plus pitches yesterday. You got to make him get in the zone, prove he can be consistent throwing strikes. And if you're Vanderbrake, no matter what, you must have an idea that they want to try and keep you close, be ready for a quick move, maybe trying to steal an out on a pickoff here. But in no way, shape, or form can you be an out on the bases right here.
Jesse Wierzbicki, the hitting coach, came out with a quick message as well to Stevenson, who's 0 for 3 today. 3 for 13 in the Super with a home run and 5 RBI.
Come on, Stevenson. Come on, Luke. Come on, buddy.
Take strike 1.
Casey Hintz again with that unique delivery, chance to generate something on the ground here. Mikalakis even with the bag in at third as well.
Pops him up. Shallow left. Remember, new left fielder. Adams a little late to come on, but he finally gets there to get the out.
Well, as I said, Mikalakis was in a little bit, and White was a bit more shaded towards the middle, so potential no man's land right there, and Adams had to get on his horse to come all the way in to get out number one.
Dang, Luke cannot get free. Come on, this would be a great time for Gallagher right now, dude.
Right now, looking into it, trying to find it, and he made the play.
Welcome to it there.
Welcome to the season on the line. This Super Regional Game 3. Gallagher 0 for 3 today. Take strike one.
Good ball.
To Carolina, it's the exact man you want up in the right spot. Over 700, the average 13 big RBI in 7 games this tournament season.
Check on Vandenbrink at first. Gallagher lined to short in the second, popped to short in the third, fly to left in the 6th. 18 for 31 in the NCAA tournament. 1-1.
Again, it's not going to be over.
Come on, baby.
Velocity. It'll be right in those high 80s, low 90s.
Got to take the lead back.
Particularly that he'll generate with the slider against right-handed hitters.
Got to take the lead back.
Checked his swing, 2-1.
Big hole on the right side. Gallagher can see it a long time.
Grounded foul, and the count is 2-2.
Come on, Gally. Come on, Gaff.
Behind the plate, excellent arm. Trying to stay out of the double play. Not saying that you get the runner started here. Trying to keep this inning alive and moving forward if you're North Carolina.
You see some base hits, man. Base hit.
Swings at a pitch outside the zone. It gets away from the catcher, Guzman. So the tying run moves up to second as Vandenbrink stands there with 2 down.
Just like the swing.
God, that was way outside.
Seeing that one in all the way. Take a look at the movement here. That was in the dirt anyway. So a little short hop. Backhand by Guzman. Unsuccessful. And that allows Vandenbrink to scamper into second base.
Gallagher can't go to first because first base was occupied at the time. With 1 out, so with 2 outs now, here is Hunter Stokely. Stokely with a foul ball out of play for strike 1.
This is crazy.
He has had good swings. He has had a good approach. And this arm angle, again, if he can keep the ball elevated, should be right to his bat plane.
1-1. Stokely walked in the second, struck out in the 4th, singled, and was left stranded at third in the 6th. That was the theme yesterday as North Carolina left 8 in scoring position. You can see with runners in scoring position, big opportunity here. They came through in the clutch in game 1.
And you never want to put the go-ahead run on in this spot, but you do know that Madera on deck, posing less of a power threat than Stokely right here.
Here we go.
1 now to Stokely. First base is open, but Stokely is the go-ahead run. So what does the pitcher Hintz do? And what is now a hitter's count?
Anything that has to be down and away, if you're going to get beat, it has to be to the opposite field.
Stokely looks at ball 4, 2 on with 2 out here in the 8th for the Tar Heels.
Almost like an
There's
intentional
always good
walk
for
right there.
one.
Not
Please,
want
for
to
the love of
give
God, be good
Stokely
for one.
any way to do damage to the
Please,
pull side.
for the love of God, be good for one.
And if anything, now sets
all right, Ron, sounds good, buddy. We still got the bottom of the 9th, but I don't think Carolina can go into the top of the 9th
steps to the plate,
still down, or even tied for that matter.
This is Casey Hintz.
There's Jeff.
No one currently up right now for Arizona, and you would expect where this inning is that it is his for the taking.
Carolina trying to make it back-to-back trips
Cannot
to
have
Omaha. The last
flies,
time Arizona
BS to a hitter
College World Series
or to an outfielder.
2021. That's also the last time they were in a super regional.
Cannot have that, man. We have
Yesterday, they picked up
to
the win.
have a
Come
base
from behind
hit.
fashion, down 2. They won by 2. They were down 2.
Base hit or
today,
walk.
lead by 1
Home
in the
run
8th.
if possible.
Here's Madera. Out of play.
The Sharon's Madera probably not going to happen.
Great job getting ahead by Hintz. Now be able to set up the rest of his arsenal. When you look at Madera and the power numbers, just 2 home runs on the season.
One. Madera walked in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, grounded into a fielder's choice in the 6th. The 1-1. Ball 2.
The poise of being a senior, right? You've been here, you've done that, you understand the moment. Stay within your approach. Mentally have that checklist. Keep it simple and see it a long time.
Ground ball to the second baseman. Caulfield over to first to retire the side. Hintz fired up as he comes off the mound, getting out of a jam, and Arizona has a 1-run lead heading to the 9th.
Casey Hintz.
This game's over with. Jesus Christ. Oh, you got to be kidding me, dude. To a team that's really... And the top of the lineup is not helping Carolina at all today. That's all right, I guess. Best way to learn, get knocked out. And that's exactly what they're getting ready to do. To Arizona, of all teams. Anyway, let's go check on everybody else in the country.
And unlock upgraded stays. With Chase Sapphire Reserve.
Everybody's still at a stalemate right now.
Try our sweet top lemonade in 3 delicious flavors. Live free.
Everybody is currently still at a stalemate. We still not back from... We're not off a commercial yet. Let's get back to it. Here we go.
The season over for the loser, and right now into the 9th. It's a 1-run lead for Arizona. They lost game 1 of the Super Regional 18-2. Battled back to win game 2 10-8. In the dugout, that's Easton Breifogel. Good to see him back, hanging around his teammates after that collision with Vanderbrake.
Carolina obviously needs to get out of the top of this inning without anything being scored, of course. But they're up 1. So Carolina knows they have to at least score 1.
And then Mason White, the Tucson kid, the leader of this club, the biggest hit of Arizona's season, puts them
I just wish that ball wouldn't have came off that kid's chin.
In North Carolina has not lost consecutive games to a team, to an opponent, all season long.
They're about to today if they don't friggin' pick it up.
Rally Bananas in full effect as Houck works to Caulfield with 1 down here in the 9th.
And if you are thinking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, it will be 7, 8, 9, Bass, Angelo, and French. Something we
Nah,
talked about
Mac,
coming
can't
into
say that.
today. Availability for Chip Hale's bullpen. Well, guess what? It's Tony Pluta getting ready.
Nah,
for the ninth
I
inning for the
don't
Arizona
agree with that at all. This man just come off the World Series.
7-8-9 has been good in the lineup for North Carolina.
2 ACC championship, the world.
This is well hit to left field. It is back, but at the track.
Dang, Carter.
Turns around and makes the catch to retire Caulfield.
2 ACC championships, a World Series, Super Regional. McDuffie's been a big-time reliever all year. It's just unfortunately, it's just not been his run.
The stopper for Arizona. Heroic effort in every sense of the word yesterday. Career high in pitches, career high in
That's
innings.
the guy that Carolina more than likely.
And there were some tense moments throughout.
Carolina got some scores off Pluto.
Ball one, Andrew Kane, 2 for 3 today.
Let's just get out of the top of the ninth without anything. Or yeah, let's get into this. Wait. Where am I at? Did I not change my fourth thing? I did not. My bad. I just realized I didn't change this.
Collision at first.
Let me change this.
White brought in 2 with 1 down. High fly ball. Madera, the shortstop.
Well, dang, let me change it again.
Comes down, and that will do it to retire the side.
All right. Need some Bosch magic.
Down 1.
Bosch magic, need it now.
The DQ
Let's go. I don't care about DQ right now. Ooh. Good to see that we got out of that, though, without them scoring anything. That's for sure. Boy, this is crazy. I'd said all game we just need to go score 1. We need to go score after we got up 3-1. I said I need us to score 1 for security, and this is the situation in which I was referencing, because all they needed was just to get a little hot. And sure enough, they were able to score 3 runs and put themselves up 1. If we would have got the 1 that I wanted, we'd be a tie ball game right now, going to the bottom of the ninth. Like, okay, let's just go win it. Now it's let's at least go tie it to go into extra innings, at least. And I don't like this. I do not like this. Woo. The Bosch magic. Here we go. Yeah, we don't have Vance this year, though.
Last year was Chapel Thrill, a couple of walk-off wins, regional and super regional round, and then on to Omaha, game 1 against Virginia, a walk-off win. And now North Carolina, 44 comeback wins over the last 2 seasons. Down a run as we head to the bottom half of the 9th inning and stepping onto the hill. Who else for Arizona? It's Tony Pluta, the junior from Illinois, who threw 52 pitches and picking up the win yesterday.
And again, the man that has been nearly automatic at the end of games for Arizona all year long. He may not stand tall, but he did yesterday. 5'9" the height, but he felt 6'5" in so many ways. Just a daunting presence. Again, the arsenal not going to be overwhelming from a velocity standpoint, but that cut fastball, curveball, a lot of late movement, missing the big parts of barrels. And he will be tasked with trying to end North Carolina's season here at the Bosch.
Has given up 10 hits in his last 6 appearances. Correction, 6 hits.
Bottom of the lineup, who's been the best for Carolina.
No runs. 7, 8, 9. Tyson Bass leading off against Pluto.
He hits a homer. If he hits a homer to tie this game up, I'll lose him. I don't care.
For the weekend, North
Come on, baby.
Carolina 7, 8, 9, 11 of 34. But today they are 1 for 8 as they get settled in against Pluto. Jets fouls it off for strike one. He has grounded into a double play twice today. Flied out to right his other time at the plate.
The onlookers outside, anxious as this ninth inning unfolds.
Woo!
2-1.
Jeez, that looked like it was going at his face.
As you see them across the way at the Lacrosse Stadium stands is what would the gas tank look like for Pluto?
What's his face? Blessed.
If you have a spot
Target, number 7.
in the College World Series on the line and you've got a lead in the ninth and you're Chip Hale, you go to your best man on the back ends. But you have to have that thought, as you just mentioned, 52 pitches. What does he have? How much does he have? 3 runs to
Oh my God, man. This feels like last year so bad.
3-2. Bass disagrees.
Oh my God.
In any way, anyhow, if you're Tyson Bass, find a way on as the tying run. And if you're
No better than that, Blue.
Continue to go with your bread and butter.
Hit the left center field. Drifting over is the left fielder, Adams.
Yeah.
One away. Here's Sam Angelo, who has shown plenty of power lately for North Carolina. 4 home runs in the NCAA tournament. Had a total of 2 before the tournament began this year. Ball 1. Angelo struck out in the 3rd, flied out in the 4th, struck out again in the 7th.
Think about the chaos we have had in this tournament. Number 1 national seed Vanderbilt out. Number 2 national seed Texas out.
Angelo rolls it over, right side, bobble by Splain, but he sticks with it, finds Pluto covering 2 down.
This game's over, dog.
Coastal Carolina eliminating number 4 national seed Auburn.
Wow.
And the Arizona Wildcats are 1 out away from eliminating the number 5 national seed North Carolina Tar Heels on their home turf.
Carter French
Of all
comes to the
places.
plate. Number 9
all
hitter
teams.
singled and scored in the 3rd, walked in the 5th,
That would be
grounded out
first team
in
out
the 7th.
in Omaha. Coastal to eat this team alive.
Foul ball off his foot.
After losing 18-2 in game 1, the ability to flush that and get right back to it. The Arizona resolve has them an out away from Omaha.
Oh, 1 to French. Popped up, foul ground, heading towards the stands, and a couple of rolls in for strike 2.
It was the Tucson native Mason White with the go-ahead 2 RBI single. It was the freshman Smith Bailey with the start of his career, getting deep into the game, holding the line for the late inning magic of the offense of the Wildcats to strike.
The 0-2 pitch to French.
Chip Hale and company knocked out of their own regional, Eric, last year. As it was West Virginia that beat Grand Canyon to move on right here to Chapel Hill to take on the Tar Heels.
Pluto brings the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Bear down.
Wow.
Omaha bound. Arizona is going to the College World Series.
North Carolina just lost to Arizona. I cannot wait to see Arizona tear Arizona or to get torn up by Coastal Carolina. I cannot wait to see it. Holy cow. Wow. Mess ups, screw ups, allow this team to get back in. Coastal will two-piece these guys. Well, they won't even have to two-piece them. They will get two-pieced. That's okay. Wow. I will be heavily cheering for Coastal. Quite frankly, I'll be cheering for Coastal anyway. Even though Louisville looks like they're up 1 run in the middle of the 8th. Currently, I will be, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Tennessee and Arkansas. But, wow. Highly disappointing for our North Carolina team that had no business losing to Arizona. Had no business losing to Arizona. One bit. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. There will be a post-series reaction, which I'm looking forward to doing. So, anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. And as always, where's my video? Where is it at? Aha, there it is. Go Heels.
You don't want none!